Yeah, the next thing is going to be one documentary from her in the television in the crime,
yeah, wasn't she trying to get
channel?
something on Netflix? Somebody said she's trying to get a Netflix series.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how embarrassing is she? Like, she's got no shame. I mean, as a woman who's committed that crime, how can you sit on platforms like this and go, oh yes, well, I've got all the support, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And she's just happy with life.
But it's not just about that. It's as a mother.
Yeah.
How do you put your children through this day in, day out?
She got to keep hers, but she hurt somebody else's child. That is disgusting,
But it's not just that.
Totally agree.
Her children in a school, right? They must be going through hell, and she's not thinking of those children.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be known as
all right, the no consent coach. No, is that a troll account? Yo,
behave yourself.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is, my son, if anyone, I mean, not that I have ever done anything like that, but I would not put him in jeopardy to make myself look bigger. I just wouldn't do it because I know how kids are in the school these days.
Well, you were in there, Patricia, weren't you? And you were when she was in my life, and she was trying to manipulate the situation to her own advantage.
yeah, to deflect it.
Yeah, and then when she realized who it was, the one that was above her, she started to scream.
Yep.
Because she wanted
I'm not
out.
being funny when I say this, but she mentioned about her having a boyfriend or a husband or something.
A partner, yeah.
How she got a partner? Does this not sink in
That'll
what
be
she's
the next
done?
narcissist she accuses.
Oh,
Yeah, she is
could
back
be.
again. No, I reckon that'll be the next. Then there'll be trauma coming from that. She's been abused by him. He's a narcissist. This, that, and the other. It's going to be the same narrative. No consent code.
That's who I thought she was in my life. That's why I read that out.
No, but the thing
I've got to follow it just for the fucking, just for the name.
Most probably her new partner, or it is really submissive, or is going through the same crap, and is putting him through hell.
Maybe he's scared to leave her. You know, as a lot of the followers, in her lives are too scared to leave her because of what's happened to Stalked on TikTok.
Well, I can tell you something. When I was with my ex, it took me 8 times to leave. I was scared to death what would happen if I left.
Yep.
So I understand completely. I mean, if I knew who was the partner, I would freaking do something. Because a woman like this, the partner, or is like her, which it will kill each other because you cannot have those personalities like that together, or is a total submissive and she's destroying him.
I just want to apologise to the people in the comments, though. If you're expecting a special guest appearance from her, she won't come in here because I've got
we
a
are not
block.
paying her.
Yeah, and I'm not paying her.
Oh yeah, she had the audacity to say that I'm giving you my time for free to me yesterday. Who the fuck are you?
Why do I want to pay a convicted whatever for anything?
Say it clear, say it loud. We don't want Lucy on here. There you go.
Yeah.
Well done, SJ.
Hang on a minute, what are you doing on it, more importantly?
Who?
SJ.
Why?
She's meant to be chilling.
Well, she's chilling.
She's chilling.
No, she tells me off, so I'm going to tell her off. Go and chill.
She's come here to listen to my wonderful voice, okay? You know.
Okay. Spying. No, she came into one of my lives.
She's keeping a silent eye on the troops.
She's keeping her eye like, don't you cross the line, or you don't get your McDonald's. She's still waiting for her McDonald's, isn't she?
I'm looking at some of these names coming in, I swear. Wow. Just at a KFC. Where's my KFC?
SJ, this is not fair. The other day McDonald's, now KFC. And here I am with a packet of crisps.
That's it. Tell Luke he's moving in with me, and I'll have all this every day.
She ate it already.
Oh, SJ,
Hope you enjoyed
if
it.
it's good for me to tell you off, I
You
can
can
tell
have
you
Luke.
What? Who's going to have Luke? Yeah, I'll have SJ. You can have Luke. Deal?
No, she says that he cannot have Luke. She will eat Luke before she gives him away.
Wait, no, she said that you can have Luke.
Yeah, you can have Luke, guys, and I'll have SJ. Thank you.
I don't want Luke, thank you.
Deal. There we go. Done.
All right, who do you want, Patricia?
No one. I'm very,
She wants,
I don't want, I
she
don't
wants
want
her,
any,
herself, and her.
I don't want any no one in my house. Thank you very much. My son and I be very good together. I don't want.
What do you mean
want
you're
an
packing Luke's
electrician.
bags now? I never agreed to that. Oh, I did
Although,
actually. I
if
did,
you're an
fucking-
electrician, Patricia is interested.
Fuck it. No. I don't want anyone in my house. No. No, I said to my friend the other day, I want a relationship where I'm not going to be living together, never, ever, ever, ever. And I don't have to see the person all the bloody time because I got my life and whatever. And I don't want to be in each other's pockets. I want to be very go with the flow.
Maybe just
And
a
no
friend
man-
with benefits then, Patricia.
No,
What?
because I don't want to go around.
But listen, whoa, stop. How can we be making an awareness live about what this woman's done and then we're talking about friends with benefits? No, stop.
I didn't say that. I don't want that. I never said I want it. I don't do that.
Right, guys, be back later. Just going to hospital. Take care. Big love. Big up. I hope the hospital goes well.
Yeah, I hope it goes okay.
Big loves.
What
What are you doing, Ice? Are you making dinner or something?
Huh?
No. What?
You're banging something around.
Oh, it's a plastic bottle.
Oh, God.
You hear bells, is the cat.
It's a plastic bottle. I've just finished all my
You see my
Pepsi
cat
Max
before. Isn't it cute?
jelly. Yo, what?
My cat. When I have the camera on, the cat goes with me, innit?
I think we're getting sidetracked here. What this live's about?
I know, but you are not talking, so I'm just talking about anything.
What do you mean I'm not talking? I was just asked a
I'm having one of those days. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Oh, Sarah, help.
What do you want help for?
Apparently I'm not talking.
Well, talk then, innit?
I just...
Okay, Sarah and I am going to be quiet. Let's see what you do.
No, it's all good. So, the Ghost Child Protection Team followed the live quick. What do you mean you just followed the live? Hey,
Yeah, he
you
just
weren't already following me?
You're not supposed to be reading the comments, you're supposed to be raising awareness. Come on.
Exactly.
You could do both. Without the people in the comments, there would be no awareness.
Okay,
Lindsay
people,
sharing the live like fuck.
What are your
Jesus.
thoughts? What do you think we should be doing with this lady? How we could change things?
Well, she
Just
got on a
keep
bus
doing
this
what-
morning, so we should have just pushed her under the bus instead.
Oh my God. We can't say that on here.
I can. It's come from my mouth. You guys aren't saying it. I said it.
Yeah, but that's coming down from
Ban from she actually does need a total ban from all
But you
social
know the
media.
problem. But if she hasn't done but now she's starting to do the harassment online or whatever. So when she's being given the 10-year and 5-year sentence for harassment and stalking, it should have been. If she had done the stuff online, it should have been a ban.
But she will claim that she needs to be online because it's her business, and therefore they will not take that platform away from
Yeah,
her.
but she said yesterday that she doesn't have a business.
The law needs to be changed that if you put on the register, you're on it for life, not just for 5-10 years,
No,
whatever
the
you
thing
want.
is,
It should life for a life. You've taken an innocent person's life away from them, really,
But
because
the thing is, you are
an
taking.
innocence.
You are
So
taking
you deserve the same treatment.
You are taking on the main register, but you are still there.
I think there should be like a secondary register to say they've been on it.
It is something similar because when you finish, you have to apply to have your name removed from wherever it is. I know.
To be, but what annoys me
Nala, I'm
is if,
sorry
if
to
this
hear
was
that,
a
Nala.
man, if this was a man that had committed the same crime, he'd be locked up,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be locked up. That's what I've been saying.
and it's wrong.
Why are women getting away with lesser
3 years
sentences than what men
community-
do?
She didn't even get locked up for a day. She got 3 years community service. That is it.
Yeah, probation order.
I was checking this morning because I want to check if she is under a POVA or a POCA or whatever it's freaking called. One is for vulnerable children, another one is for vulnerable adults. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the second, no, the 5-year gagging order is for the boys' family.
No, I'm not saying that. Afterwards, when you have had those orders, yeah, depending which job you do.
Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yes, sorry.
You can be put under a POVA or a POCA or whatever the fuck it's called, because one is for children and one is for adults, right? So if she is under, she should have been put under them, but because she's in Scotland, I don't know how the law is working in Scotland, so I'm trying to find out how it's working over there. Because here I know that you go under a POVA.
Is it true she works in a hospital? I heard that the other night, but I'm not sure. I've not heard anything about that.
I heard
Is it
something
true
about
she
her being
works
a
in a
nurse.
hospital? Oh, I hope she doesn't. Oh
No,
my
she
God.
was talking about Emma being a nurse.
okay.
Stalked on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it wasn't her. It was stalked on TikTok. That was a nurse.
Yeah, so I have downloaded a couple of things from Scotland's law that I have to go through about how their POVAs and everything works. Because if she has done that and she has one, if you cannot go under vulnerable children, and if she has had it for harassment to adults, they should have gave her a POVA as well for vulnerable adults.
I totally agree.
I wonder if, because she does get gifted quite a lot as well, this dirty nonce. Does she declare it?
You
That's
are
another
modded,
thing.
Katie.
Probably no.
Katie, you are modded, babe.
Yeah, you modded, Katie. I just done it.
He's on the ball, is our ice. I like that. Awareness ice.
I don't think that she how's it word? She declares anything. Because I don't even think that she declares the work she does.
No,
Say that again, sorry?
I don't think that she declares the work she does, because every single time people were saying to her yesterday that she was a coach and blah, 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 she said, no, I just sit there and help people and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? She was trying to diminishing what she does.
Yeah, in my life, she was boasting about what she did.
Yeah, but then she was, you know what I mean? So it's almost like you are trying to play war games here. So there is a complete different narrative here, there, and everywhere. So no one knows.
She's just absolutely vile. I just have no words for her. As that person said in the comments, I have no words.
But it's like when you said to her yesterday about the 35 quid for speaking about the boy or whatever, yeah? And she said,
Yes.
no, I have never said that, blah, blah, blah. And in the next breath, she says, oh, yeah, I said to someone, I'm not giving you my time for free. You want to know something and ask me questions that you have to pay.
Thank you.
Well, isn't that the same thing?
Exactly.
I just don't get how she had the cheek when she was in people's boxes to tell people to follow her. What the fuck?
Did you hear her when I
was
was quizzing her about the child's birthday and what she said about the child's birthday? She fixated on the fact that I didn't know the date. Surely that's irrelevant.
That's deflecting one-on-one, because she fixates on that with you. She's asking you about that, so she's not talking about the real thing.
Yes.
That's
You asked her a specific question and she tried to add to it.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
deflecting one-on-one yesterday. I mean, if you want a class about deflecting, go and see her. Because she can teach you. She's the best.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to learn to be a real narcissist, that's all she's good for, teaching people.
You want to know how to deceive people? Go to her. Because it was. I was taking
I just
notes
can't
of
believe that she had the
yesterday.
audacity to say she would charge someone for her time to tell her story. You're still making money off this poor boy's trauma.
You know,
And it's disgusting.
Think yourself lucky you got it for free.
Exactly.
Oh, do you know what? I'd rather not have it at all, thanks.
Because the thing is, after she left Angie's life, they totally brought her down. They spoke so bad about her.
Well, why couldn't they do that to her face?
I know. And then people was, I'm feeling so sad so bad that I was giving her gifts and what have you. And I was like, that's the freaking problem with this app. In the moment that people see four tears, they don't care if it's a real tear or not. They feel sorry for the person and they give them gifts. Because it was crocodile tears. So shut up. You know what I mean? You don't the deed, pay the consequences.
That's a good poll. Guys, there's a poll up, please. 35 people that are in here.
Why can I see? Oh, here.
Who put the poll up anyway? That was pretty decent. That was good. Was that you, Sarah?
No, not guilty.
Oh.
Only
Katie
other
did.
mods.
All right, Katie.
Yeah, I was going to say Katie. Go on, Katie.
Go on, love.
Where can I vote?
Everyone, make sure you vote in that poll. Just so we know. Obviously,
You can. Oh, no, we can't if we're
mods
moderators.
I know, I can't. Okay, because I'm biased or whatever is the word.
88.33% say yes and 16% said no.
Well, well done for reaching out to that 16%. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but it was a good thing that Emma went to Angie's life after she left.
Don't fuck with the Queen said couldn't see the poll. I may
can
have.
always
Have you
run
just joined? If you've
yourself,
just joined, it may have gone. What?
You can always do a poll yourself. It's on the interact thing, and then it's quick poll. So it's smiley face for, I don't know. So were you aware of this woman's doings before today? Smiley face for yes, sad face for no.
Sad face.
Put one up if you want.
I can't do it. You've got to do it.
We are in the boxes.
Why can't you're a mod? Why can't you do it?
Because we are in
Because
the
you're the
boxes.
host.
I thought mods could do it because there was just someone just put one up, didn't they?
No, I'm talking about the different one. If you go on to interact.
Interact. Let's have a look. Right, more. Oh no, shit. No. Interact. Yeah.
Then do quick poll.
It's already done. It's at the
It
top.
says Paul. Oh, there's one up there anyway.
Oh, there's one up again. Oh, it's 50-50 so far. Keep voting, guys.
50. 2 votes. 35 people in the room. Get voting, guys. Get voting.
Vote.
Yes, it was because she managed to tell people the truth. What?
Yeah, because Emma went after Lucy to Angie's
Oh
life.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was
Good.
telling like it is. And people was like, oh, I'm so sorry I gifted the other one.
Yeah, well, it's too late. Like, you need to
Okay.
find out facts before you gift these people. I personally would
I've just
rather
followed
stick
you
my
back
hands
there,
and clap than gift her.
Queens.
The difference between Emma and Lucy is that Emma is actually intelligent, whereas Lucy thinks she is. I totally agree
Yes.
with you.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, and
nine
they can't be in the box
votes.
at the same times.
88% said yes. 11% said no.
No, that's good.
No, I'm not, you can't. But I give her that Lucy is got the gift of the blob. Right?
Yes.
She can talk and she knows stuff, but she mixes it around to make it her own thing, right?
Beneficial for her, yeah.
Because when she was speaking yesterday, I was like, that she's saying is not exactly like that. Because she takes the actual things from the books and then she puts them to her own narrative,
Narrative, yeah.
which, you cannot do. Because I was listening
And when
to her
Emma
yesterday.
explained to us about the book and how she's written the book about
What?
the
Has
abuse
Emma,
that
has
she...
Emma read the book?
Yeah.
No, Emma is... I don't know, I think she's just aware of them.
No, she said to me that she has them. She's read
Oh,
them.
she has.
Yeah.
Well, the one about the young boy and what she did apparently is more of a story, and she's the victim. And in the end, the mother of the victim is unalived.
Fuck's sake. I'm going to do a quick poll.
It's
and the
just
poll,
madness.
the poll's going to be if you think that the case should be reopened, then she should be put back on the register for life. then
Yeah.
put the smiley face. If no, then obviously.
And again, no
crying
judgment
face.
if you guys don't think she should be on for life. Should she be reopened? Yes.
Five have said yes. 8. Wurzel Gummidge is in the live. Welcome, Wurzel Gummidge.
Where's Aunt Sally?
Well, yeah, where's Aunt Sally? 9 people.
The problem is as well that different, because it's in Scotland, we're in England, the laws are different.
I just can't get over the spiel that comes out of her mouth. Oh, he was a week off his 6. He was 6 foot. Today, her excuse is he was 6 foot.
So what?
What? So but you could be, I don't know, 14, 15, even younger, and 6 foot.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you can jump on them.
Like Val's just said, the woman need off this app. People need to stop letting her on the platform. She was let on the platform so we could ask the questions that needed asking.
But
And
the only thing that she did was deflect, because you were asking her the right questions. When
I was going to say, I don't think I was coming across rude. I was as
what
calm
you
as I
were
could
doing-
be.
What you were doing, it was really good because it was open-ended questions. So she doesn't have no way to run around, If you give an open-ended question, it's yes, no, this, that, it's very straightforward. And she cannot do that. She always has to go around speaking and going in narratives. She cannot give a straight answer because a straight answer will tell us who she is.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie, when I saw my viewers creeping up to the 900 mark, I did start getting a bit nervous, but I held my own and I did it. So
No, you did well.
The thing is, I felt more confident knowing that I had you lot behind me, and if anything did kick off or go nasty, I've got you lot behind me.
You know the part I said to you the other day that I got where I write all the stuff when I see things here, yeah? I was doing my own interpretation as a therapist of what I think of her.
No, good for you.
And I ended up 2 pages, and at the end I just put fuck.
Lady Laura says, with Angie, it will end up on the FYP, which is good thing. Spreads awareness. Yeah, it'll spread the awareness, but
the way it was
did you not
conducted
see-
was an absolute
Yeah,
shambles, if you ask
it
me.
was a shambles how it was done. And the fact that she was getting gifted as much as she was... That woman, that Nancy was getting gifted left, right and centre.
And it's the thing that she was saying, people is calling me names, and that's not fair. Excuse me, you are what you are. Tough luck.
Yeah, Angie let her play the victim. I totally agree with you, Steve, there.
Yeah. Because that was bringing more people and more money to Angie. That's what it was. And more gifts and more whatever. That's what it was.
Katie, that's exactly what I mean. Angie popped into my box, saw how many viewers I had and thought, fuck this, I'm having some of that. I'm not in it for the clout. I'm not in it for the views.
No, exactly.
I'm genuinely here it for the awareness.
Yeah, that's why all our
And the fact that
gifts
she
are
went,
off.
and the fact that Angie started that live, knowing what she was going to cover with her gifts on, to me says an awful lot.
Yeah. And it's not just that. It's like as soon as she was saying one thing when this one was there, right? But then when Emma was there, she was saying something else. So like we say in Spain, she changed her jacket depending on where the benefit was coming from.
Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, she changes her camouflage to suit,
Yeah.
who and what is being said.
And that for me...
Chameleon, that's what she is. Chameleon syndrome.
That for me doesn't give me, how I'm trying to say this very nicely, but I can't. It tells me a lot about Angie's personality and character.
Well, she's been doxed for doing all sorts of things herself. So, particularly, namely with a dog. So she's
No,
not really got
I'm
any.
not speaking about that. What I'm speaking is about. Don't you speak to when they are speaking about her?
Hello.
They're
Hello,
like
welcome,
blah blah blah.
welcome.
Yeah, hi, can I speak, please, on this situation?
Okay.
Yeah, number one, I think this woman is vile, disgusting, sick creature, yeah?
Yeah.
2, You said about Angie dinner for the views and the clout. Sorry, darling. Angie doesn't need the clout, or Angie doesn't need the views. Angie would not tolerate the likes of this nonce.
But she did yesterday.
No, she didn't. I was there. I watched the whole live. I tried to get in the box, but obviously Angie was trying to pick in. Angie wasn't actually saying really much to her. She was kind of letting other people question her. So for you to sit there and then throw again about Angie and her dog on her face about Angie, that has nothing got to do with you. Angie's past.
But then if you're coming at it from that way, neither is this woman.
Her views. Tried to make with 49 people in your room. Angie can open her boxes, 1,000 people in there already.
You've obviously come in as an Angie supporter.
No, I haven't.
Because I had nearly 900 people in my live yesterday.
No, I didn't come here before. I will talk for Angie. I came here because I want to screenshot this lady's picture off your wall.
So do you think it's acceptable that Angie kept her gifts on?
Hello, there's more than Angie on this app. Angie doesn't go.
Angie is where. Yeah, no.
Angie's not one for gifts, okay? Angie,
can I jump in and can we summarize?
Let's have no raising of voices.
I
Keep
speak
it calm.
first of all, okay? Can I speak? I came here to speak. Yeah, can I speak? You stop over speaking me.
Wow.
Wow. Is that what you said? Wow.
This is my platform. You won't talk like that.
Thank you.
Can I jump in and just sort of highlight that really what we saw yesterday was Lucy going into Queen Bee's box and basically triggering someone that has struggled with the same type of abuse that Lucy has committed. Lucy then goes on and mocks that. That's not the behaviour of a victim.
Exactly.
We then see her go into Sarah. Sarah, you did a really good job. And
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Really being shown for who she is. With the Angie live, in my opinion, it was about clout. Yes, some of the people did challenge it, but I can't sit here and say that the creator Angie challenged anything. She gave her a space. And
you're all wrong uns on this app. Don't blame Angie. Are you for real?
You know, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Angie has a different style. That's her style. Fair bees, you know. But
Screenshot that before I mute it.
It wasn't so helpful for awareness. And I think we have to remember that Lucy has damaged a lot of people. So what happened yesterday is incredibly triggering for anyone that's experienced the abuse that Lucy commits, or if you're a victim of Lucy. And it's, yeah, Sarah, you did a really, really good job, and it was a difficult one.
That was just wrong of her to come in and attack him like that. I'll let her have a say for a second.
Okay, I will retract. I should not have mentioned what I said about Angie. I put my hands up. I fucked up there. I shouldn't have said what she's been accused of, because that's not what this live is about. So hands up. I fucked up there. I'm sorry, Ice, for doing that on your live. I shouldn't have said that. So if you are still listening, I am sorry. I shouldn't have said that, genuinely.
Hats off to you, Sarah.
Well, no, I was in the wrong. I've just got, sometimes I get too involved, and I was in the wrong there. I should not have done or said what I just said in regards to what she's been accused of. So to anybody that is an Angie fan, I am genuinely sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
I think also I just sort of wanted to mention, so with you yesterday, she was using a deflection technique, because the incident with the Prosecco was when the child was 12, but it wasn't actually his birthday. So she was deflecting by trying to highlight that. But really the point was that at 12 years old, she's drunk in front of him, asking if he wants Prosecco poured all over his body, you know, getting her to make her gin and tonic, and it's over-sexualized language in front of a child. Now, I appreciate some things don't fall into criminal acts. It doesn't mean to say they're not antisocial behavior or damaging.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
No worries,
getting in knots with that, and it doesn't change that she did it.
Did any of you try to enter Angie's boxes? Yes, several of us did, yes.
I did too. Nobody let me in.
Wouldn't get let in.
I came in this box, in Sarah's box, and see bloody scream myself to death. Not Sarah.
Obnoxious, yes, she did skip jail. She just got given a community order, probation, and it's disgusting.
Yes, 3 years it was.
I have never seen, I mean, I couldn't stop laughing afterwards, because I remember when she said, "Oh, you are so aggressive." I said, "No, it's my Spanish accent." And she started to speak to me in Italian.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, "You stupid cow. You want to show off? Speak the proper language. Don't speak to me in Italian." And then I said, "You're speaking in Italian, you idiot." "I know." "So what the hell are you doing?" It's deflecting all the time.
I think there was no mention also about what she's doing to people currently. And it's really important to remember her most legal court case was the family from years ago. They're still having to go to court to get protection.
Yes, a 5-year gagging order on
Which
well,
includes
for herself.
minors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
and she's still speaking about it when she's been given a gagging order.
Yeah.
There you go.
That woman has gone into Angie's box now.
Let her go into Angie's box. She's going to go over and tell Angie what I've just said, and I've already apologised. So,
I mean, it's not about TikTok drama. It's about raising awareness about Lucy and its victims and having a voice for them. So let her crack on, you know.
I will apologise to Angie's face if she comes in. I'll quite happily apologise.
Angie's in here. Angie, Sarah apologised.
Yeah, if
She's
you're in here,
done it
Angie, I would
publicly.
like to apologise. But Angie's not doing this for clout. Okay. I think we'll have to agree to disagree on how we raise awareness. We do it our way. She's obviously doing it her way. I think that's how we're going to have to come to to agree not to agree, agree to disagree.
Angie wants in the box.
That's fine. I will apologise to her on screen. That's not a problem.
There you go.
Hiya.
Hiya, Angie. I'm very sorry. I did mention something about you. I have publicly apologised. I will apologise to your face. I'm sorry for mentioning it. I shouldn't have done it. Our awareness is about Lucy, not yourself. So yet again, I am very sorry for bringing that up. That wasn't my place to do that. I'm sorry, Angie.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I'm just wondering what was going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
No, I've got no qualms with you, Angie. At the end of the day, I'd say I was out of line. I said wrong, and I do apologise to you now.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
no,
I
that's
shouldn't
fine.
have
I'm just
mentioned your
wondering
past.
because I didn't do it out of clout or anything like that.
Yep, you're wrong, and
Oh, yeah. There was. I didn't do it due to clout or anything like that.
Kick me out there because get me accused of contact with me.
I didn't kick you out, lovely. I didn't kick you out.
No, yeah. What I'm saying is, I definitely didn't do it due to clout. I saw this lady Lucy, is her name right, on your live,
Yes.
and I just thought that you were interrupting her quite a bit, and I just wanted to hear what she had to say because I was interested in her side of the what she was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fair point. And the only reason I was interrupting her, Angie, is because she kept deflecting. She wasn't answering my questions.
yeah, I get that. Well, she was answering our questions. There were some questions you couldn't answer. So
Angie, could I just ask, you've raised awareness on Lucy before. Do you know who she is?
I know who she is. I read an article about her, but like I said, it
You've
was
done
an
a live
article.
on her before as well, if you remember, last year, at the end of last year.
Yeah.
You remember?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did an awareness on her after reading the article. She came onto my live and said, well, don't believe everything you read. So we wanted to hear what she had to say, if, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically how it went. I just wanted people to come into the boxes that weren't going to shout at her because I wanted to hear what she had to say because there's no point if she's just going to end up dropping.
No, fair enough. My only objection to what happened yesterday is that she was being gifted.
Well, listen, you can't stop that. There was no, listen, I didn't know she was going to get into my box.
No, okay, fair enough.
Get a lot anyway. Do you know what I mean? It was just kind of like it just happened. It wasn't like I was deliberate. I was going to go live to get her in the box. And as you know, you've got to turn your gifts off before you go live. So it wasn't planned. You know what I mean? She just.
No, okay. Well, I would track that. Then you weren't doing it for the gifts. I apologise for that accusation, Angie.
Oh no! Listen,
if I'm in the wrong, I will apologise.
Yeah, but I 100% know people aren't going to gift me on an awareness. I mean, some do, but they're not huge. They're not big gifts anyway, are they? Do you know what I mean?
No. So I apologise again for that. If I'm in the wrong, I will put my hands up and apologise. So I am sorry for the comments that I've made about your live.
Can I ask you
I've said-
something, Angie?
Sorry?
Can I ask you something, please?
Yeah.
What is your view now about all of this?
What is my thoughts?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that, like I said, I didn't want people to attack her for one reason, because I wanted her to talk. I didn't want her to drop down. I wanted her to, for people to see her for her. I do think she is a narcissist because, the way she was eventually, in the end, attacking people in the boxes. Mm-hmm. I think she did. She thinks she's the victim for some reason, and I don't.
She showed herself up in the end.
Yeah, she thinks she's a victim. And when I asked about the boy, she couldn't speak about that, which is fair enough. But it was all about her mental health, how she felt. She was in an abused relationship. She did what she did because she was in an abused relationship. She said she did what she did about it. And
No, I'm not being funny. 90% of us on the app have received some form of abuse.
Yeah, she said in rare circumstances, sometimes if you've been abused or in a DV relationship, you tend to do what she did. That's what she said.
Wow.
Well, I can tell you now that I'm specialized on working as a therapist with abuse victims, and I got the training that she doesn't have, and that's not true.
Yeah, well, she said in rare circumstances. She said a documentary that she watched. Sometimes it can send you over the edge a little bit, and
and sometimes you can eat the car. You know,
one at a time, because Angie can't hear us all.
Sorry, can I just jump in? Lucy isn't a victim. She steals victim stories. So
my purpose was not for her to come on my platform and for her to be made out to be a victim. You know, she was playing the victim. I wanted her to speak as much as possible without her being attacked, so she does not leave the box. You know, I believe in that theory. Let someone talk and talk and talk, and they usually throw themselves.
She hung herself, didn't she, at the end of it by showing her true colours.
Well, it's like if you go to the police and have an interview, you get a solicitor, but some people sing like a canary and they criminalise themselves many, many times. If you let someone talk and talk and talk, you get to see the real person. And
that's the thing with narcissists. They love themselves so much that they cannot stop speaking about themselves and how wonderful they are, and then after a while they just start to unravel and everything comes out.
She's also got links, Angie, with Kev and Tanya.
Kev, oh really?
Yeah, Flip Flop. Yeah.
I mean, are all creators aware that she's currently?
Yeah, she's. You know, Mr. UK Flip Flop. His partner Tanya, they're best friends.
No.
Yeah, because his partner Tanya is passing herself as a mental health helper for people. She's got a platform on YouTube, I think, trying to help people. And she
does podcasts.
Yeah, and she said also something similar to what Lucy has said in the past. She said something, and I wanted to kill her when I heard this. Sorry. She said that abuse victims, if they stay, is their fault that they are abused. That's what Tanya said.
Wow.
And they are friends.
You know, the only question I wish I'd asked her is if it was the other way around and she was a man, how would she feel?
Exactly.
That's the only question I wish I'd asked. But
it's not just that. She has a 13-year-old son, right? How would she feel if that happened to her son?
Yeah, and you know what? I wish I had asked that, but like I said,
well, I'm sure she's watching from the outside or one of her minions. Ask her where, and she'll probably post a reaction to it on her profile.
Yes, you already put some this morning.
Thank you for coming in, Angie, though, so I could clear this up between us, because I've got nothing against you, my lovely.
That's why she jumped out the box, and I got really mad about that. Because, you know, I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, who muted her? Because she, you know, you wanted to carry on questioning her. I saw that.
Yeah, so, but anyway, that was it. So, anyway, thanks. So,
again, Angie, I am sorry for what I said, and I'm bringing up your past. I have no right to do that, and that was wrong of me. I am sorry.
No, that's fine. All right, then, guys.
It's not fine. I shouldn't have done it, but thank you for accepting my apology.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No. Well, thank you,
Angie.
All right,
no worries. Thanks for popping in.
Take care.
Thank you, Angie.
Bye.
Bye-bye, darling. Bye.
It's something that someone is there that she's the type to go with her son. I wouldn't put it past her.
Hello, Queen of Positivity.
Hello, yeah, just Angie.
Hello.
Hello, my lovely. She would want to ask her that question. How would you feel if it happened to your son? Now, she actually answered this yesterday on somebody's live. And what she said was, if it was my son, I would sit him down and ask him what on earth he's playing at.
Sorry?
I have all the recordings, everything that was covered on a live yesterday. I have a friend recording them, so I will have that clip, and I'm quite happy to send it to you. And that was
putting the blame on the child.
Yes.
Still, it's the child's fault. Of course, yes. He's not going to say.
Can I just say, didn't she blame the child's mother? So surely it would be her fault.
Yes.
Yeah,
practice what you preach, good lady.
Yesterday, I think it was in Angie's life. I don't know, because she spoke in so many places. That she said that he was coming after her and blah blah blah. And I was like, I was listening like, So
and then he
what?
asked her several times afterwards. He wanted to do it again.
Can I just categorically, on behalf of the boys'
I don't believe that for a minute.
deny that completely. That did not happen.
No, I don't believe it for a minute.
She said it was said in court, and that's why it was a lesser charge because
Not true.
Lie. It's
no, I didn't think so, but that's what she's saying.
And can I just jump in? Because I've got to jump off to support someone shortly. But
Hello,
just,
Wayne.
does everyone know that Lucy is still harassing people?
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
current.
Yes.
And she goes for very vulnerable people, and she seems to particularly be interested in people who have had a certain type of abuse in childhood. So,
Oh.
you know, it's
Yeah.
really important to keep raising awareness. There will be speculation. We hope very much in the documentary to put, you know, victims' truths out there. But, you know, massive thank you to everyone for everything you're doing.
Queen,
It's amazing.
Queen, while I've got you, I've just actually had a conversation with said victim, and I think we're all going to come together and do a live.
Which,
Well, just know that each and every one of us, I said this to you yesterday, both queens, we stand by you 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we
I
do,
do.
yeah. That's why we do it.
100%.
And
Yeah.
what I said
I'm so
yesterday.
sorry, guys. I have to support one of Lucy's victims.
No, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go,
That's
go.
so
Big
important.
love.
Of you. Thank you so much.
Soon.
I mean, if you find out of any
This
of
woman cooks my
Lucy's
head.
victims that need any help or what have you, I mean, I'll do it free of charge. I don't give a shit. I'll look after them.
Ah,
Yeah, it's,
Because
that
this
is-
no, because I have gone through the same shit that these people has gone through, and I'm near in tears now because this is just, you know what I mean. If I was put after everything I have gone through, if I was put that through someone that when you go for help, you have to trust the person, you have to tell them stuff that you haven't told many people because stuff. Even now, there is a stuff that happened to me that even my best friend doesn't know, and my therapist knew, right?
Yes.
So to have someone like that bring everything back on you and destroy you again is no. It's horrible. So
Doesn't this beastie, doesn't she inbox random people and give them spiel?
yeah, she did it on the first
Yeah,
awareness live that
start
I
up
did with
conversation.
positive. First awareness live I did with Positivity Queen. She was obviously watching from the outside, and I have several messages afterwards saying that she had obviously been watching the live, and people share their stories, and she had inboxed them offering her services.
And that's the thing. That's something. That's what I can say on a live. If anyone wants help, come to me.
Yeah, Mike.
Right? But then I will not email them or message them unless they message me first.
Yes.
You don't go
Totally
after
agree.
people for business. If someone
No.
wants your help, they'll come to you. That's the first rule. Because people has to be ready. You don't go and message people that you don't know if they are ready, if they are not. And you know what I mean? You don't message people for business. Not in this kind
Did you hear what she said this morning, Queen of Positivity? He was 6 foot.
He wasn't 6 foot. He's now 22, and I can tell you again, he isn't 6 foot at 22, so he certainly wasn't at 15.
Wow.
Again, untrue. And again, can we stop doing this kind of narrative of, people are saying, oh yeah, well maybe he looked like a man. He was still a
He's a child.
People, that's like a man saying, yeah, okay, she was 15, but she had a miniskirt on.
Yeah, but I understand completely because my son at 15 was 6'3", right? That doesn't mean that it's okay.
And he was also
It makes me so angry.
He was also a very vulnerable 15. People are saying, but he hadn't even had a girlfriend. He was
emotionally immature as well as physically immature, yeah.
He just played football with his mates at school. He didn't do girls. He'd never had a girlfriend. He did not approach Lucifer.
Oh my God. And his
Yeah,
his first interaction with a female was this.
And it did
For
not
fuck's sake.
The event did not happen as Lucifer tells you. Everything that comes out of that woman's mouth
I'm sorry I have to ask this. Was he willing, or was it black?
No.
Oh, fuck.
There was no willing. There was no wanting.
That's the thing, that the trauma on this,
Oh my God.
on this guy is not going to be there.
And yesterday she was saying that afterwards he wanted more.
He did
What
not.
dirty
There is a harassment
Dirty,
order.
dirty beastie.
Last month.
Calm down, Ice, because I know this is really personal for you as well. So calm down, darling.
Yeah,
Last month, 8 years later, the family is still having to go to court for harassment orders that includes minors on it. The boys.
And it's not just that, it's that after you have gone through a trauma like that, right, it stays with you all your life.
It does.
And in every relationship that you go afterwards, is going to be part of it, because unless you deal with it, you're never ever going to be able to have a proper relationship, because you are not going to see a woman as
a positive thing,
a positive thing, because for him it's a negative. So
and he had a degree of trust. It was one of his mother's friends. So there was obviously a degree of trust there. That was somebody he should have felt safe with.
So by default, his brain is going to go into the don't trust anyone mode.
Defense mode, yeah.
Yeah, because if one of the
do you know what? That's just really broken me hearing he wasn't.
It breaks me every day because I'm in touch with the victim. We speak every day. They're so proud.
Honestly, that has absolutely destroyed me.
In my opinion, that child that's now in young 20s, this is only my opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. It might be wrong, it could be right, but I feel like that child's now going to have issues with relationships when it comes to females because of this.
Yeah.
I think we can all, certainly as a survivor of it, I can say yes, of course.
Yes.
And his poor family as well,
It's horrendous. And obviously I've spoken with the family and I know the truth. So
does he have siblings as well, bless him?
Younger siblings that are on the non-harassment order, because she is still, this is only last month.
She's doing what she did to your children, is she?
Yes, continuously to the family. So she has just last month got yet another 5-year non-harassment order out to protect her son, that's now 22. This hasn't ever stopped for them. In 2022, she was given a 10-year non-harassment order to another victim, another woman.
And the thing is, this poor guy, I mean, he's 22 now, but this poor guy is not going to trust the woman in his life. Because how on earth can you?
Please send our love and respect to the family, please.
Watching. They knew I was coming on to do a live around this time. I did tell them.
Are they watching? Are they somewhere in the... If you are watching, our hearts go out to you. Our hearts go out to you as a family and as a survivor. Keep fighting your fight because you're incredible, and we will keep doing these awarenesses and just keep fighting the fight. Stay strong.
If they need for us to do anything or whatever, they only have to ask.
I think it's incredibly difficult for them because, as Lucifer keeps telling us all, this is 8 years ago. She's done nothing since. Well, actually, that's not the truth. Because every single day for the past 8 years, all you've done is harass that family.
No, but the thing is...
So they can't even move on.
She said yesterday, it was 8 years ago, I haven't done nothing since, right? But the thing
doesn't matter.
You haven't done nothing since that we know about.
Maybe a non-harassment order.
No, I'm not saying that. She could have done the same thing to someone else, but we don't know about it. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Just because we don't know about it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. Because people that does this, they don't do it once and then they forget about it.
And I think what we're seeing, all of us, and you can disagree or agree with me, but she still is not understanding what consent means.
No.
Yes, I agree.
Every argument she has, her argument is, but he was a week off 16.
Oh, Donna's got a face today. Hello, Donna.
Good afternoon, Donna, and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, she is still victim blaming the boy. She is not holding herself accountable. And she's saying it was statutory. He wanted it. Even if, and this did not happen categorically, but even if a 15-year-old boy
come on then, babe, let's do it,
approached a 35-year-old woman and said, hey, I'm a week off my 16th birthday.
Come on, let's go.
You say no.
Still.
As an adult, you have a duty of care to that minor to say no.
If he's 35, if you are 35...
Exactly, a child can't give consent.
And that's her argument.
But it's not even that. If you are 35...
The biggest argument is she's saying it's due to the abuse that she's been through and the trauma she went through. That is
fucking insult to every survivor out there.
Insulting because what she's saying, that the rest of us that have gone through the same shit, we are going to do the same thing.
That's like saying I've gone through 16 years of domestic violence, rape and other things that my ex did to me. That's like me saying I should go out now and
do exactly.
Yeah, you're
what she
justified. If
done
you want to go
because
out and do
trauma.
something with a minor, that's justified because you've
Yeah,
been
but
through
the
abuse.
thing
It's
is,
just-
right?
Nah.
Even for argument's sake, imagine that the boy would have been 16, right? Or 17, I don't care, right? 35, 36, 37 woman, 17, 16, no. Even if when they are of legal age, it's 20-year gap. What the hell are you thinking about? It's not, no.
The same age as one of her children, or it's disgusting.
But he was also a friend's little boy. This
No,
boy
that's-
was born. This was like a personal vendetta of revenge against the mother.
and then
Yeah.
blame the mother for it.
And then to blame.
But then when I don't know if you got, I don't know you were in here, but someone said if she turned it round and it was her son, she'd turn around and bollock her son. Hang on a minute, but you said the mother's to blame, so surely you're to blame.
No, she
Sarah,
actually
Sarah, if you're happy enough to send me, I don't know how to send. I'm saying send me your number.
I'll send you my number, darling.
Use WhatsApp.
Was
And I
it
will
this
send
morning?
you.
Was it this morning or last night, Emma, when she turned around and said, no, I think it was this morning, that she wouldn't go to the papers, she wouldn't go to the police,
You would
she'd
sit down
sit
her
her son down and say,
It was
what
a
are you doing?
Yes.
That's all she'd do.
But
So
she
she's
said that the
enabling.
victims, with her victim, she said the mother was to blame. So surely if her son did it, she'd be to blame.
Exactly.
I will pass.
But that doesn't fit her narrative because she's an amazing mother, apparently.
I will pass
Yeah,
you
but he's
on.
There's a question in the comments there. So, is Lucy's children now adults? I think two are. and One is.
One of them's 13.
1 minute, Donna. Lucy, just for factual thing. Lucy's youngest child is age 13. She has a 17-year-old son and she has a 22-year-old.
Ghosts count. What?
So the 17
they've accidentally muted it.
son,
The 13 and 17-year-old reside with her. The 22-year-old doesn't live with her.
Is he aware of what his mother's done?
With his friend.
of
Yes.
course there is. Do you really think that in the world that we live now, they don't know?
Does he have anything to do with his mother?
I think only he can answer that, and I wouldn't like to speak on his behalf.
No, okay,
Well, that's
fair
right.
enough. No, I respect that.
Apparently,
Well, I
the only
understand.
trauma that the kids have gone through is through social services, she said.
How they muted you? You've got 1 second, guys. Sorry. How someone muted the ghost?
It was done by accident by one of the mods has just said it was done by accident.
All right.
But the thing is, right? As a mother, if I was to do, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I have done stuff because of what I went through or whatever that maybe has damaged my son to some extent, right? But I take full responsibility for that because you are the parent. She's not taking no responsibility for the trauma of her children.
Nope.
And I'm sorry if my
She's
son
blaming
did.
social services for it.
If my son did what she had done, I would hand him into the police myself and let him be dealt with.
It's
I
exactly
love my
what I
child
said this
dearly,
morning.
but nothing will justify that. Now, he's an 18-year-old man, and some of you have heard him speak. He's very grown up, very sensible. But if he ever did, and I'm not saying he would, but if he ever did, I would disown him, hand him over to the police.
After I spoke to you yesterday, last night, at 11:30, something like that, yeah? My son came into my room and started to say to me, Mom, and we started to speak about this, right? And he said to me, freaking hell, if I was to do something like that, you bloody catch me by the ear and bring me to the police station yourself.
Exactly.
Can I also just correct something else she said while it's come to mind? She keeps saying that she handed herself in and pled guilty. Well, actually, that's not quite what happened. After the event, the boy was so traumatized. The event is not how people think. The event was a very, very traumatizing.
Are you allowed to say whether the boy was drugged or put under alcohol?
That's for the family too.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. I respect that.
What I can tell you is it did not happen the way Lucifer states.
No, she makes it out to be all lovely, and
There was trauma involved.
Okay.
It's about as much.
Of course.
okay.
You can
No, and I
imagine.
respect your views on that massive, and I respect the family's views on that
Hey,
too.
my protection
There's
is
a
over the
Twix.
family.
That is like KJ just said there. It's
Twisted,
disgusting. As she said, he
narcissist.
wanted more.
So that did not happen. So again, the boy was left traumatized. Now, I understand as a survivor of child SA how difficult it is to speak out.
Yes.
He didn't speak out. He was terrified.
Oh,
You can
bless his
imagine
heart.
then his state of mind and what follows. We can all picture that, can't we? That's what
Yeah.
happened. Put it into imagination, the worst case scenario, how a child would feel. That's what happened. I can't tell you what happened, but start imagining. As a,
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably in his brain is as well, my mom and her are friends, what the hell?
What then happened was Lucifer carried on with her life for a number of months, 3, I believe, until she got
As if nothing had happened.
until she got absolutely rat-arsed one night, and another friend had kind of said to her, "Your behaviour is disgusting. No wonder said person no longer bothers with you." And she said, "Yeah, well, I got one up on her, didn't I? Because guess what happened?"
And that's how she said it.
That's how it came out.
Yeah, disgusting.
She did not. When she was arrested, she kicked up a fuss. She did not plead guilty.
Yeah,
at
didn't
all.
she like insult all the police officers and stuff?
It was actually only at court when she knew, her solicitor said, you get the evidence is there. Sorry, she didn't plead guilty. So it wasn't that she said, "Yes, I'm guilty." She only said that at the very last moment to avoid a trial. But
Because her solicitor advised her to.
the same with the same with the DV, where she was holding a sharp instrument, threatening her ex-partner.
That's why she's
Yes.
still got her kids, because it wasn't a court case.
It wasn't a trial. She was
Exactly. That's why.
Wow.
She didn't hold her hands up and say, "I've screwed up, I'm evil, take me to a doctor's, there's something wrong with me." That did not happen.
If it had been a trial, she would not have had her children.
Agreed. And she knew that.
That's
makes me
why.
feel physically
That's what I
sick
didn't
that she's
know,
got her
and I
kids.
kept wondering why. That's why.
Fuck.
I mean, imagine how she would actually react if it happened to one of her children.
Sorry.
Oh, she'd be causing uproar.
You've heard what she would say. She would sit her child down and say, "What are you playing at?"
No, I mean, if something had happened to one of her children, Emma, imagine how she would react. Because me personally, if it happened to my children, I'd walk through the front door and I would hurt that person.
Actually, that's what I was going to
Hurt
say.
my
I mean,
kids.
everybody knows how I am about my son. If someone
I'll let one of you answer this question that's in the comments there.
Queen, how do you know all of
How do you
this?
know all this is genuinely
honestly,
interesting?
in the box, there's only me that can answer these questions because I'm the only person that's actually in contact with the said family. So, Jen, I am in full conversation and open contact with 16 past victims, current victims, and the boy's family, and other court victims I speak to on a daily basis. They're fully aware of the awareness that I'm trying to raise. They fully support me with the smear campaign that Lucifer has against me at the moment. And hopefully within time they will come and have a spokesperson to come and, but of course when I give the lives, they'll say you can categorically.
When they're ready, though, because it's a traumatic thing, man.
And again, it
Donna, I don't know if you're aware, but she threatened me with court this morning if I carried on speaking out. She threatened me with legal action.
Really?
Yeah.
Bring it on, Lisa. Bring it on.
I was going to say, I ain't scared of you, girl. Come on, because I'm only putting out what's out there already.
You've
So,
already threatened to report me for benefit fraud.
is she declaring the gift she gets on here?
It's like, I'm in police protection, I'm in hiding, I can't go back to work because of my mental health at this moment in time. But yeah, I'm a benefit fraud. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Nah,
Oh, you know what? I've actually got goosebumps. This woman is making me physically want to heave.
Yeah.
And the people that support her, sorry, are just as bad.
They're enabling her.
We've got to be careful saying that because her followers may be trapped by her bullshit.
Yes.
And may be scared to escape.
Because
So you need
I
to be
was gonna say
mindful of
yes.
Them
that.
ones I feel sorry for, but them ones that
Are genuinely are supporting her because they don't believe it.
Yeah, but I think it's some of these people, right? Even if you don't think, they can be very vulnerable people that seeing her like she's making them feel better about themselves with all her BS, right? And
Hi, Queen
they are,
Bee.
and they are thinking, "Oh, I'm feeling better. She cannot be that bad." So she's almost like their crutch to come out of where they are. Which
It's disgusting.
they are not seeing the whole picture of, in the long run, this woman is going to destroy me. They are seeing now this woman is helping me without thinking. 2 weeks down the line, if I say no to the cold queen, she's going to come after me.
Yeah.
Because she's behaving like a cold. He's behaving like a cold.
But it is what she's doing now is like recruiting.
Yeah.
And she recruited me. I was her first ever moderator.
Bless
She was
your heart. Honestly, my heart goes out to you so much.
recruiting
So
people
much.
against the factory. I wasn't the first victim. and I'm not going to be the last. This is her 6th TikTok.
But she's convincing, isn't she? If you don't know her and you don't know her history, she speaks a good speak.
She's definitely good with her words, and she puts in the little big words in there. You know what I
She's
mean?
very articulate and comes across as educated and genuinely caring. But she's not. It's all a facade.
What another thing that made me angry yesterday was listening to her going on about her going for a emotional disorder assessment, and that pissed me off.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
She's pushing for it, yeah.
Oh, what?
No, I've got EUPD, borderline personality, which is also known as emotionally unstable personality disorder. And for me, that is a fucking insult. So you're going to use that as your next excuse, are you? Oh, I'm mentally unwell. You still know right from wrong.
Yes. Every time she's committed a crime.
Sorry, I don't mean to shout then. Sorry, guys.
Well, every time she has committed a crime, it's well known that she has gone to try and get one of these labels.
Yeah, Jen, you're right. Even with a diagnosis, it's still no excuse.
No, because yesterday, it made me even more angry, right? Even if it's possible, I don't know. When she was on Angie's live and she was saying that if they gave her the different labels and then she said, oh, the neurodivergent label, it got me so angry because I thought, what are you saying? That if they said that you're autistic or ADHD, what you have done is okay?
According to her, people with BPD and narcissistic traits is not a mental health illness.
Well,
Isn't that what she said?
Is that what she said? It's not an illness.
She said it's
So
not
why
an
am I
illness.
medicated then, please? Could you tell
Angie's
me,
a mental health
Dr.
nurse.
Lucy, why am I
can tell you
medicated
something.
daily?
As a therapist, I can tell you that it is under umbrella of mental health. It's always been and will always be. Because in the moment that you have to have medication for it, it goes under the mental health umbrella. And it's something that happens because the balance of your brain and the chemicals in your brain.
You'll be watching this live and recording it. There's nothing new. We don't, we expect it every time now.
If she wants a lesson on medical disorders, I can give her one anytime. I'll do it for a living.
Oh, it's like Angie's a mental
thanks
health
for the
nurse,
likes and the
she
follows,
has to
guys. I
turn around
appreciate
to
it.
Angie said she shouldn't be in the profession because she hasn't a clue what she's talking about.
But that's what we were saying yesterday, that you go the no coach, whatever, or no contact, or whatever it is, coach, or have you.
Have you guys seen the account that's come in? No consent, coach.
If you are a coach, stay in your line and be a coach and help people to move forward with their life. Stay on your line. Don't go into the line of trying to help people with their trauma and their narcissist past and blah, 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 because for that you have to be trained.
Oh my God, that's ironic. You know, when she was getting on the bus this morning, guys, she was going to community service.
Oh. It's just like, what are you playing at? Sister Leanne, to answer your comment, didn't she say that someone with a mental health can't be in a relationship and take care of the...
Yes, she did.
She did, yes.
Yes. And
But Queen of Positivity is happily married. So she's got, a happy little family.
My full diagnosis, medically stamped, is bipolar disorder 2 and post-traumatic stress disorder. I can categorically tell you I've never even been arrested. So my mental health certainly hasn't caused me to commit any crimes.
Well said.
mine's depression, anxiety, and CPTSD, and I certainly haven't gone out and done any crimes either.
Very happy.
Oh, whose little doggy's sad?
It's mine.
Oh, baby.
It's not little.
He's very needy.
See, it's like, no, people with mental health disorders, they cannot have a relationship.
But
no.
I just find it ironic that a narcissist is educating on a disorder that she's probably bloody got.
But it's not even that. It's very well known that narcissists themselves, they cannot have proper relationships because they don't know how to. They don't know how to feel. They don't know. They every single thing that they do. And I'm giving you a class, Lucy, over here. You're watching, yeah. Everything that they do is to mirror what you want. That's why at the beginning of the relationship, they try to find out as much as they can from you to mirror it. And when you are hooked, they start to be who they are themselves.
No way.
1 second, guys. Can we get? There's 131 people in here. you guys could possibly please share it out to other people so we can get more awareness going out there. And if you don't mind following the people in the boxes, because quite a few of these people in the boxes do the awareness the same themselves.
And tap, please.
Please do share it out. I am Lucifer's current victim. This is my main personal profile because I did set up an account, stalked on TikTok, and Lucifer and her flying monkeys had it bananaed, so I've had to create a new one which hasn't got enough followers. So I've come on this one, but if you don't have to follow me, you could. It's this account is an open one. You can go and see stalked on TikTok's new account link. Please go and follow that one. Queen Bee, thank you for joining, my lovely. Queen Bee and I became, I'm going to say friends, because I think you're absolutely incredible, Queen. And
so are you.
I think about you. So I'm not going to say you're just someone I met on TikTok. I actually class you as a friend now for everything you've done. And
Brilliant.
Queen Bee actually had Lucifer on her live, and I will pass it over to Queen Bee to let you know how her encounter with the narc went while I make a coffee.
Oh, bless your heart.
Hi guys. So
Hiya.
Lovely.
Bye.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
I think we're all feeling
Guys,
slightly
I've got
sick.
my kettle on, but I so need coffee. Give me 2 seconds. It's probably rubbed.
I'll have one as well, please.
Yeah, pass one over here, please.
Sorry, Queen, you probably want to wait a minute till the kettle shuts up. It's very noisy.
I'll take a cappuccino.
So, guys, I struggle. I've got EUPD. I've got complex PTSD. I do have depression and severe anxiety. And obviously, I come on here and spread awareness around, my conditions, what I do to get by on a daily, how I manage my own mental health, and the support that I receive. And if there's anyone else suffering, I always promote them to go to like Minds, Healthy Minds, places like that. So when I come across, obviously, Lucy, which was, I already knew about years ago because I seen her in the paper, but I was recovering last week with a horrible chest infection. And like we do, we take time out from our own lives and we just got to check in on everybody else in the dramas like you do. I come across her and literally, she just heard the first thing, we were bragging about what she'd been into trouble for. I was like, who on earth is this? So I got more into it, and then obviously me and Positivity Queen got to know each other, the situation, and I was absolutely mortified. And then as time went on, she kept coming on live, bragging even more. Now, for me, at the minute, I've tried to get justice for what happened to me as a child. And right now, I still struggle today as an adult with what happened to me back then. So I can't get justice today because apparently my perpetrator is too old and is out of the country. So I'm sat here watching, obviously, this perpetrator living a life, and I'm thinking, well, if she's on here living a life bragging, what's he doing, my perpetrator? Like, then I'm thinking, how's their victim feeling right now watching her on here? And eventually, guys, I'm not going to lie, it sort of hit me emotionally and it got me somewhere where it really hurt me. Do you know what I mean? So I looked more into her and I then asked her on her live, what did you get done for? She wouldn't answer me. She blocked me. She started making little silly posts about me trying to body shame me. I don't know why. And she's going on about my looks. Apparently I'm some little schoolgirl beauty pageant. I need to sort my life out. And then she started dissing about how I dress. I dress like I'm in the 90s apparently. So I told her she dresses like she's Rosie and Jim on that flipping barge. Don't be going around calling other women about how they look and things like that because you're a bully as well as, what she is already. So before you know it, I started exposing her a little bit and she has got out there. I could tell you that now because lots of people have come to me and gone, wow, I didn't know she was like that. I've unfollowed her. But then clearly her follows are going up and up. And what I've noticed, guys, I need to make this point. These are just weird guys that are very desperate. Comes across a woman who's got this high, thing about herself and like, oh, she's desperate. Let's jump into her box. That is what they're doing. Let's support this woman because we're desperate little weasel men. So I'm just warning you about.
Message one of the ghosts by all means. I have seen your comments, so yeah, give the ghosts a message.
So I'm just basically giving you a heads up. Her supporters are just nothing but desperate little men, just so you know that. Some of them are her as well. So she's made up accounts and she's speaking to herself. So she's putting positive comments on her own posts and deleting obviously everybody else's comments, and she's trying to make herself and present herself as this, you know, big known person now who's receiving support. This morning, she's put up a video about me. She's put another one up last night talking about my mum, who's no longer here anymore. She's then trying to body shame me. She's then going on about my kids. You know, I can actually sit here and tell you, she's talking about, oh, well, her children can't achieve nothing. I can tell you, my son has just won his first MMA fight on TV a few weeks ago, and he's got a nice little job, and he's 18, and as well, my 15-year-old, he has got his own issues, and I'm a full-time carer for him. But for her to sit there and start bringing my children into that now, that is a really personal thing. And my mum, for her to talk about my mum, like, who does she really think she is? And then she goes, well, my parents are not here, so get over it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow.
I would have ripped her head off. If she'd said that about my mum, I would have ripped her head off.
No violence, please, otherwise it won't go in my favour.
Sorry, Emma,
but yesterday, guys, and I asked her a question. Sorry, hon. I asked her a question, and you know, if you go over to my account, guys, you'll see the videos. Just listen to that confession, how proud she was, and how in the end she was just literally talking about things she couldn't control. And that is another thing a narcissist will do. They will use insults to literally, you know, fire back at you, because it's the only thing they can. They're affected with what you're doing. That's what I'm saying, because they know you're right. But I hope I didn't trigger anyone yesterday, and I do apologise. Usually I don't, you know, kick off like that, but I won't lie, I'm very passionate. I help a lot of parents right now with child protection plans, PLOs. They're about to lose the kids because the parents have got learning difficulties. But yet this woman is a known convicted, predator, and yet she still gets to keep her kids. That as well hit me a little bit, and that's a personal issue as well, because who is actually safeguarding her child?
But I think what we found on your live, Queen, was when you were questioning her, she didn't want to answer. So in return, she started firing personal attacks at yourself. Again, it was deflecting, wasn't it? She didn't actually answer anything other than, did you do it? Well, yes, I did do it. She was very proud of that matter, wasn't she?
Yeah, very.
When you started questioning her qualifications, for example, that's when the personal attacks have sought your weave out. You look a mess. You look like you're in a beauty pageant, but they've just told you you're too fat to enter. The personal attacks began the moment you touched on source subject.
You said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck is with body
Wait,
shaming?
what
when
was
you're a
that? I was
coach?
just doing something then. What I missed just then?
She body shamed Queen Bee.
No.
Christopher was on Queen Bee's live, and obviously Queen Bee held her own. And
Well done.
Thank you, guys.
First of all, asked her, is it true what you did to a 15-year-old? And she stood very proudly and said, yes, it's true. Yes. So she was, and again, if you go onto Queen Bee's profile, you can see all the videos, because I recorded it for her and sent it to her.
Brilliant.
Doing that.
Can we have some red hearts in the comments for Queen Bee, please?
Thanks, guys.
And then after that, Queen Bee went at her and said, well, actually, are you qualified? And instead of answering, Lucifer turned it on Queen Bee and basically said, do you know what? You look disgusting. Careful, you're getting angry. Am I triggering you? Careful, because your weave's going to fall out.
Oh my God, you patronising little twat.
You look
No, that's a proper narcissist behaviour.
In a beauty
Total.
pageant who has just been told that you're too fat. With the words to Queen Bee.
Oh, did you notice though yesterday she has to chuck body size and body weight
Yeah.
into absolutely every argument. She did it yesterday. Oh well, I'm a size 8.
But
Who cares?
Do you see, right? It's a pattern. Every single life that she goes on is a life done by women, right? No men. She would
Guys that are in the comments, someone's having an issue trying to follow you. Can you just put like a hi or something? Just put a comment in the comments so that she can click on your profile to follow you.
Who's that?
Sorry,
now?
didn't mean to interrupt him.
Yeah.
No, but I was checking, you know, like I do. I'm very ADHD. So when I am into something, I'm really into something, right? So I was doing my homework this morning, and I was like, she went to the life with all women. The only people that she was arguing with when they were in the boxes were women.
Yes.
She's putting down women, right?
Yeah.
She's not saying, oh, your partner this or your partner that. She's going to the women.
Personal,
it's
yeah.
Right. It's all personal to the women. It's almost like she's got something against women.
I think she's just got something against humans, full stop, by the sounds of it.
But what I'm thinking is, on top of the narcissism, she has this almost this not hate, but it's almost like
it's jealousy.
She looks at other women and she doesn't like what she sees because maybe she's not that.
This goes back to her childhood. So I've spoken to a friend who went to primary school with her, for example, and Lucy was like that at school.
Wow.
So that's because most probably at home, and I'm only saying most probably, she is being treated like the girls are second best and the boys are first. You know what I mean?
Does anybody know Dominic Precy?
No.
No.
Because it's very well known that girls that are being treated like second best with the boys up front, when they grew up, they hate women because of what they have been in the place that they have been put themselves.
She has 2 older siblings, both are brothers.
Exactly. You see?
Did anything happen to her with her brothers as a child?
Nothing at all. No, categorically no.
Wow.
Both the parents and the brothers disowned her because of her crime.
What I have been able to find out, she had a pretty good childhood and a pretty wealthy, quite well childhood.
Wealthy, yes. Entitled, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Silver spoon treatment, is it? Ah, there we are. We call it the silver spoon treatment, Patricia.
The thing is, right? I have been brought up with a huge, enormous silver spoon, right?
Yeah, but you're not an asshole with it. You haven't turned it, and with everything you've been through, you could have ended up like her, or used that as an excuse like she does, and you haven't.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that she is entitled. I mean, she's like very much like my sister, but anyway, she is entitled. Sorry, but on top of that, she has a narcissist. You know, she's a narcissist, so it's almost like a bomb because she's using both things at once.
Well, I think we use the word narcissist a lot. But my understanding is she's not just a narcissist. She gains great satisfaction from seeing other people in pain. We know that about her.
Yeah, but a real narcissist, because it's different to have narcissistic disorder, that having narcissistic traits, to be a narcissist.
She covers all of that triad. Knowing the full story, knowing what I know.
What's a dark triad? What's the definition of that? Sorry, I've never heard that before.
I will let Pat explain it.
No, you explain. You go ahead. Because I know it in Spanish and I get confused half of the time.
No, well, it'll be used against me pretending that I'm trying to diagnose somebody. So,
Queen Bee or Angie, do you know what one of those is? A dark triad? Can anybody else help explain this to me, or shall I just Google it?
Google it, please. No,
okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to compromise you.
Yeah, I think as well. The only thing I would say in regards to that is, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. I think she is a psychopath.
Yes,
quite clear. But
yes,
the thing, what she's doing to fund her, books and things like that. These stories. If you can rob other people's stories and turn them into her own, and then she's coming up with these stories in her head about crimes, and then she's committing crimes, then she's writing about them, but then twisting and editing certain.
Yeah, could you just say as well, one of you, about
I can send it to you.
Nick,
about the
book.
book.
In the box and explain the DM5 because you certainly can.
And can one of you also, Queen Positivity, explain about the book where she wrote about the 15-year-old and what happened?
Of course,
because it's sick.
So after the event, and obviously Lucifer was given 3 year on the register. She then wrote a book because she also received a 3-year social media ban. She wrote a book about the event, and the book is called The Forgivers Club. Now it's set basically under like an AA meeting where you would all sit around a table. And what happens in the book is Lucifer is called Lola and the boy is called Sam. And basically, the boy chases Lucifer and so kind of forces her into doing this act. Afterwards, the boy literally falls in love with the abuser, and the abuser wants nothing to do with him. They all then go to this AA meeting type setting where everybody knows what she's done, but they all forgive her because it's the mother's fault of the boy. And then the boy actually kills his own mother in the book.
So he can be with her.
Yes.
Make it make sense.
And she's still to this day. If you want to know what happened, read my book.
Mm-hmm.
Give me money for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can pay her for her time and she'll tell you herself.
Sarah, again, I have that video where she categorically does state, if you want to know what really happened, you'll have to pay me for it. I charge £35 an hour. Were the words.
Oh, yeah.
What a wonderful coach must she be. She charges £35 an hour, not?
It did go up to £60 an hour because I was sending lots of clients her way.
That's what I was saying, that if you are a good one, it was much higher.
Yes.
And if you do it for money.
The poor victims, there's nowhere to there's nowhere to go. She's everywhere. She's writing books about them.
She was claiming yesterday as well that she's only got one TikTok account.
This is a sixth. She has 158, I can tell you. That's the ones that I'm aware of that I've had interactions. I've had thousands of vile, disgusting, degrading, sickening. I can't mention the things that have been said in those messages. On
Sister Leanne, these books are on the shelves. Where does she advertise these bloody books?
Amazon.
I don't really want to say because it's advertising a thing for her, but
no, that's what annoys me. But it's she is self-published though. You know.
Yeah, the publisher has literally just printed it. They've had nothing else
She was
to
very
do with
happy
it.
to say publicly, so I can repeat it because I have the video of her saying it, that she worked as an escort to be able to pay to be self-published.
Fuck hell.
she isn't offending now, though, is she? What?
Has she got no shame?
Yes, I'm actually her current victim, Anne-Marie. She has been stalking me, my partner, my children for the last 5 months. Last month, she was given yet another 5-year non-harassment order. In 2022, she was given another 10-year non-harassment order. Again, that included the boy's family. So yes, she is an ongoing.
Yeah. I'm glad you just touched on that because protection team asked if you could talk about her stalking behaviours, please.
Paul, I've got to be careful what I say because obviously the police are involved on my side.
I can say a few things.
Please do.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, don't incriminate yourself, Queen.
Somebody else can tell my story, kind of.
Yes, but it can't be seen to be coming from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've observed quite a lot now. So she's coming on, telling everyone she's getting stalked, she's getting harassed, but yet then she's reacting to every live that we're doing. So, you know, for example, yesterday Angie were on, I was on, Sarah was on, a lot of people were on. She's doing a little rounds, but yet she's blocking us, unblocking us, because once again, she wants to be in control when she can freaking communicate and, you know, so she's unblocking us, then joining us, then blocking us, because she wants that control. And
all on her terms, yeah.
Yeah, on her
Member
terms.
stalking is Lucifer.
Donna, 1 minute, lovely. Donna, lovely. Let Queen Bee tell hers, and then don't.
All right. You know, she's discussing pink hair this, pink hair that. We all know, we all know Queen of Positivity. She's coming at you. And I can tell you now, guys, do you want to know what I did yesterday? I rang Glasgow Police Force and I also rang the local authority and told them that she's still naming her victims, because she is. I've got
good for you.
Things. She's naming her victims public on TikTok. You know, so therefore, I think now this does need to go back. The police have confirmed with me she is breaking an offence on that court.
Brilliant. Well done.
So I've done it yesterday.
That's amazing.
I think
So proud of you, Queen Bee.
Sarah, one thing I can tell you, because I'm trying to think of what's being done publicly that you're all aware of. So one thing she did do, see, a lot of mine has been more so abuse, as in I was her client, she was my coach. So she had my voice notes of some of the trauma from my childhood. And I think what I found incredibly difficult was I spoke to her in great depth over the abuse I suffered as a child. And I was talking to somebody who had abused a child the same age. And that's very, very hard to now deal with, I guess. So she knew that about me, for example. I told her about the 11 years severe domestic violence marriage that I was in, where my 3 eldest children were born. Those 3 children are now adults, have all flown the nest, all have their own lives, so to speak. She had those voice recordings. And when I obviously was in the WhatsApp group with her and heard her and 3-4 others setting up the Fact Freak for a adult context crime, that didn't happen. I sent them all to the Fact Freak, which is how then I became entangled in all this mess. She then turned on me. So stalking, yes, that's still ongoing, but actually there's been a lot of abuse, unfortunately, also, because she then reached out, well, she found out who I was. I mean, my name's Emma, but most TikTokers wouldn't know that unless I was on a live and someone said Emma, like one of my friends, for example. You know, Positivity Queen doesn't give away my real name. Lucifer found me on my personal Facebook page. He then found my daughter and messaged my daughter and said, you either tell your mother to shut up and not reveal my true identity, i.e. do not give out my real name, or I have voice recordings of the abuse she suffered at the hands of your father, and I'm going to give him them. Because if anyone will give her a good item, basically it'll be him. And that was incredibly difficult. And my daughter obviously has 3 children of her own. And again, I have the voice notes of the conversation where she threatens to phone social services, make a false allegation. She says, I'm thinking about being a CUNT and phoning social services on Emma's grandchildren. But really, they're not her grandchildren because her daughter's gay and her daughter didn't even give birth. Her daughter's girlfriend did. So they're not even related to her. So they're not even a grandchild. Everything's incredibly personal and very disgustingly horrible. Then the messages began on TikTok, on Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter, all over, everywhere. She then began messaging my partner. She then began leaving very disgusting and vile comments on my place of work, website, and social media accounts. She then targeted my partner's place of work. It's never ending. It's not just her. She has her little flying monkeys messaging me too.
Have a look at this then that I've just found in our WhatsApp group. This is what's been screenshotted, and I think it's disgusting, quite frankly.
I don't really know the full story, but one of your stalkers has added me on TikTok. I'm not falling for their bullying though. Everyone, it seems like you truly regret this. It is bullying. It would have been awareness if I did it last bloody week, but not 8 years ago. They don't talk fast facts. Well, all the facts I believe you can find on Google. Everything I state is in the public domain. Anything you find on my own stalked on TikTok account, you won't find anything on Queen of Positivity because it's a positive account. And I just
thought you ought to see that. That's all, my darling.
It's disgusting, isn't it? And again,
No, leave it up. It's fine.
Here's that excuse. It was.
I don't want it to. No, we need it. The Queen needs to be a big box.
She keeps saying it was 8 years ago. She's forgetting she's had 4 other charges since 8 years ago. Last month, another 5-year non-harassment order for that boy and his family. This wasn't just 8 years ago. And even if it was, how are you able to justify there is no, she's still a danger. I fully believe she's still a danger. She has no concept of the word consent. She's still, to this day, you have all heard her say that he was a week off 16. He actually wasn't a week off 16, that's another lie. He was also a very vulnerable 15-year-old. Everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. And it's incredibly frustrating. It really is frustrating because she talks a good talk until cornered. And I don't think she'll be jumping into anybody else's lives because she can't have an adult conversation. She's incredibly dangerous. She really, really is. She's more dangerous because she's believable. She's very good at putting on this act. But again, that's aren't they? You know, they wear a mask. I mean, it was only 5 years ago. She was, if you go further back on Google, she was a financial advisor.
Jesus.
With
It's
what
like part of your
qualifications?
stalking Emery's, where she's infiltrated you to come into your private WhatsApp group.
I'll let you tell that part. So yes, so she's gone from me, my
yeah.
partner, my children, my real life friends, my TikTok friends. Donna and I have met in real life. Donna travelled 6 hours to come and just give me a hug because I felt
I
so
love
guilty.
that. Love that.
My WhatsApp group, and I'll allow you to explain.
Yeah, she had them all in there who took quite a few of our phone numbers. Hold on, put me on big screen.
You don't want big screen? Okay, I'll change it.
Who took?
She looks beautiful.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Who took, like I say, our numbers and actually phoned, I think it was 8 and 9 of us. I was one of them. Now, like I say, I'm in police protection. I'm in hiding away from my ex-partner. And she actually rang me and triggered me so badly. I obviously went to Emma's group, and Emma was like devastated that she'd been in touch with all these women. But when she phoned me up, she was so calm and so delusional, I'd say. It was literally a 30-second phone call that I had with her. And I asked her how the hell she'd got my number, and she said she had them all in there and that I was a bully because I was part of this group. And basically I just turned around to her and said, don't phone me ever again, and I put the phone down on her. But the other phone calls that she's made to other vulnerable people has been ranting, raving, you name it. And
I have the voice record.
poor Emma,
so I'll send them to you too.
according to her, to blame
Yeah.
for it all. It's not. She started this. She started this at the very beginning because Emma blocked her. And literally, Emma's life has been a nightmare for months now because of it. I've seen Emma go from this positive, lovely, outgoing person to a shell of herself in a way.
Yeah.
And I love Emma to pieces. Like I say, I've travelled 6 hours just to give her a hug. And I'd do that again any
That's
day.
so
of the
sad.
week. She's
Somebody has in the comments has said, is any of this enough evidence for sectioning, for a request for sectioning?
No, she'll tell you that she's been to lots of assessments and they tell her that she's too, I'm not sure what her word was, too educated, Tina has just commented, Tina is another of my friends that also received a phone call off Lucifer.
Welcome in, Tina.
These are more of my friends that have been affected to much bigger scales. And
Let me open up the boxes a bit more.
I can
so
only
people
speak a little bit. So much has happened.
Yeah, don't jeopardise your cases or anything, my lovely.
But for me, it's the guilt, the shame, the embarrassment. I feel absolutely such a god.
You feel part to blame, don't you? But you're not. You must remember you're not.
You're not, Emma. It's her. She's the one who's tapped in the head. It's not your fault, sweet.
Yeah.
You can't help but feel bad when your friends are, and your partner and your children just absolutely.
Emma, don't you get upset because I'll end up crying.
No, I'm not. I'm just. It's so hard when my real life friends are talking about the effects Lucifer has had upon them. That's what I've dealt with abusers most of my life. I'm very lucky now.
Do you want to go and have 5 minutes, Queen, or are you okay?
I'm
Okay,
absolutely fine. This isn't upset. This is anger.
Anger, isn't it, more than anything? Yeah.
It's anger at how many people, and I suppose what people don't understand is every day, times a day, I'm in contact with other victims, ones that are too afraid to speak out, and I'm so thankful that I am. And knowing their stories, and knowing that she's still continuing to abuse them away from TikTok, this isn't just a TikTok drama, this is our lives, that she is. She seems to
Yeah, hearts in the chats for these ladies, please. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
We're on it.
real sick pleasure and satisfaction from hurting people. Poor Tina received a phone call as well. There was 8 of my friends who contacted me. And as I say, I do have, one of them actually had her partner stood next to her and he put it on record, so I can send you that, Sarah, as well.
Yes, of
and
course, darling.
and you're welcome. I have full permission to share it. You know, she's on her live, she will say, I'm stalking her. Anything
Yeah.
I have said about Lucifer, anything I have posted about Lucifer, if you look, are her own TikTok posts. I'm not putting words into her mouth. They're her words. They're her videos. And how can you bully somebody who is an abuser? You know, this woman, it is Darvo. She's very good at Darvo. 10 minutes call, screaming, crying down the phone, asking who I was and why I was on Emma's page. Anybody who's close to me. So then I haven't done a live for around 4 months now. And I've completely stepped back because I don't want any more. Is there a recorded vid on FYP from Angie's? I'm not sure. I do have them though. I have actually added one to my page. Not this page, Stalked on TikTok. Again, my Stalked on TikTok account got banned. I don't actually have enough followers on there to come live yet, so I've had to come on my main account. Taught me I should be in a toxic group.
Wow.
How do you describe this woman? It's incredibly difficult, isn't it? Because
There is no one singular word that can describe her. Not at all.
no.
Well, there is. Dangerous.
Trying to understand. I think I've tried to analyze it to understand why she's doing it to me, and that's very hard to do because. And then I see her doing it to my friends and to my children. You know, my children are my world. You know, and she'll keep saying to one of the messages, for example, that everybody saw really on my Stalked on TikTok account was, why don't I just go and get a piece of, let's say, string, because the other wording's a very thick piece of string, and just, put my head inside type attitude and become the next Caroline Flack and my children will be better. She's diagnosed bipolar. She knows my backstory. So and my teeth, obviously I lost all my teeth through DVD, 3 fractures in my jaw. She'll often laugh at my neck. She'll say, why have you got saggy neck? Well,
What a fucking bitch. Excuse my language.
Forever talk about teeth. She also knows I suffered with a 17-year severe problem with eating, trigger warning, TikTok. And I've been in recovery for 4 years from that. And now we're very healthy.
Congratulations.
And absolutely. And I've never felt happier, healthier. I bodybuild, and I have got a real 6-pack under here. So if you ever hear Lucy say she's got a 6-pack, it's because I genuinely do have one. I have to play rugby, but these are things that she keeps saying to body shame. She knows has a past history, and again with Queen Bee. Queen Bee's just perfect, yet she is the plastic. Well, I won't repeat the part. And yesterday, only on her live, she was saying to her, you look like you're in a beauty pageant and someone's trying to get you too fat to enter. I can't fathom how a 43-year-old mother of 3 has such disdain and such hatred towards other women, especially when she is claiming to be a professional coach that helps vulnerable women leave abusive relationships. It doesn't make sense at all.
She is an absolute living disgrace, 100%.
Sorry, I've got to pop out and go get some shopping. I have to go. But I'll
Speak soon, my lovely.
Speak soon.
Take care.
She doesn't have a positive word to say about another female. What I did notice yesterday when she was jumping in and out of people's lives trying to defend herself, the moment a male came in and put her in a place, she left. So she doesn't like being confronted, and most certainly when a male spoke, she was just straight away, get off, get off, get off, put your face on, I'm not talking to you. But with the women, she can't just answer. She can't just say, well, actually, I don't want to answer that. She has to go at your looks, your body, your kids, it's like an instant poisonous snake attack.
People that do that are not happy with their own looks and body.
Quite possibly. I think there's a lot of deep seat, but we know that about narcissists, don't we? They do genuinely have very low self-esteem. It's what she says about me is thing, going for my children, you know, she'll say that my children are all FK'd in the head. Now, my children are 13, 14, 15. 3 adults have left home. I don't know if she's including those in her tirade of abuse, but they're 13, 14 and 15. My 14-year-old is diagnosed with autism. But she'll keep saying, well, her kids don't have jobs. They're 13, 14 and 15. They're in bloody school. Like,
In
Well, if
school.
your kid should have jobs, then surely her son should have a job.
like what? It's all very, you know, and recently she's been screaming, I'm a benefit fraud. And like, if
Oh, for God's
I'm not
sake.
a benefit fraud, clearly, but if I was, like, would you not just anonymously go and phone the benefit fraud phone
Yes.
number? Like, would you
Not
want
to scream and shout about it, yeah.
It's kind of like, what do you think people are going to think? They're going to think, oh my gosh, Emma, the positive.
With her narcissistic behaviour, I wouldn't put it past her for to even try. She's probably already tried to report it as a false
I
report.
don't claim anything that, I mean, obviously I get child benefit, but I don't, like, it doesn't matter. Like, she can do that, but my kind
You've
of
got nothing to hide, exactly.
No, but she brings it to, you know, I've got the voice recording, for example, when she says she's going to phone social services on me. You know, there's voice recordings of her phoning my friends. It's never ending. It's like and then she's screaming at the moment that I'm going to be homeless, which, again, if you're not stalking me, Lucifer, how would you know that my private rented house, unfortunately, is getting put up for sale? So I have received a no-fault eviction, section 1.
But how would she know that?
Because it was in your WhatsApps group.
So again,
Wow.
she's my real life, you know. And then she'll scream, your partner doesn't live with you. How many times have you seen my partner? Like, does he not? It's 6 foot bloody 5 tall.
I can't fucking miss him. I saw him yesterday. He's a man mountain.
Teddy bear.
He's huge.
He might be big and tall, but he's like a teddy bear.
Oh, I can imagine he's lovely.
Just incredible. And then she'll state that I'm jealous of her because I want I want Colin. I want to tattoo something on
After
Colin's
seeing your
body.
partner yesterday, there is no way you want an old, wrinkly old man. No way.
No, like Maui, he is Maui, but Big Carl, have you seen him? Like, no offense, but geez, you know, V would like.
Does these men that she is involved with know what she's
Keep
like?
him under the stairs, Emma.
They've got to know because it's all over. There's no way they've not been told.
Do her partners know Emma, does her partners know about her behaviour, all of this behaviour?
How can he not know, Sarah? Who the hell is he?
From what she said yesterday, he actually Googled her before they went on the first date. So he knows everything about her,
And
apparently.
still continue to date it.
Then I mean, I think maybe we should find out what his name is and
Well, actually, I can tell
investigate.
you. And what I can tell you about him, all I do know about him is he
Are
was...
you allowed to disclose this?
I don't give 2 shits.
Okay.
I fancy Colin. Well, I better get to know him. All I can tell you, because she tells you on her lives, he was in their Navy for 17 years and he's protected our country and he went to somewhere and...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She says this publicly on her live, so everything I say is what she's already said and put in the... Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But he was in the Navy for 17 years. He has 2 adult children. One has Asperger's. The 19-year-old who was often on the barge boat. Lucifer's not really allowed there when he's there. Colin has never been in Lucifer's house except for once when they took...
How long have they been dating?
3.5 years.
And he's never once been to her house.
Colin sat on her sofa picking her up on Christmas Day. There's one photo. There is no pictures of Colin with her children at all. Categorically not. Lucifer leaves her 13-year-old 90% of the time at home in her 2-bedroom flat with the 17-year-old son, and she goes to the barge boat. It's the 2nd biggest in Scotland, you know. And she says, I've got the name of it as well.
I won't mind paying a visit to this 2nd biggest boat.
Typically sits. Well, she tells you it's the 2nd biggest boat in Scotland, so it's not hard to find the name of it, is it? She sits there for 4 days a week, sipping her cheap bloody gin. She drinks that much of it, so she's either absolutely benefit frauding it because she's self-employed author, and I can guarantee she doesn't make very many.
No, that Gordon's gin's not. It's cheap enough nowadays. If you got Tesco's, I think it's 16
it's
quid with
over
the
from
club card.
vodka for being cheap.
Oh gosh, I don't drink. What's the name of it? No, I wouldn't give away the canal. That's giving away locations. I certainly wouldn't be.
No, you can't do that. Just Google 2nd largest boat in Glasgow and I'm sure it'll come up.
I'm Googling it now.
She's always telling you she's on this bloody canal boat. And yeah, it's so frustrating because then the young boy, Rufus, I can say his name because she says it categorically all the time. He does go to the boat sometimes, but again, if she comes out to do her crazy afternoon walks, stomping around trying to do 5-mile walks as she does, really huffing and puffing, and she's got a 6-pack. Like, try and play a game of friggin' rugby pet. She was like, and then she's screaming, Pinker! And I'm like, Jesus Christ, calm down. Like, gosh, you're going to end up in that bloody canal. I actually feel sorry for her. Rufus is often with her, so my point is he's never left alone with. So to me, I think
there might be issues there, I think, then.
And again, you know, he may be a genuinely, you know, just a
himself to himself, yeah.
Who perhaps needs some attention and can't get it elsewhere. So he's had to go with a, you know,
scrape the bottom of the barrel and some.
Again, he does have 2 children, so therefore he has an ex-partner. Will have a family. He is working. He's ready to retire. What on earth does his co-workers now? For anyone who I'm laughing and joking about the huffing and puffing around the canal, but this happens. There's other canal boats that live there. Like, what are they at their little like peeky hole, looking out, thinking, "Oh God, here she goes again." Like,
oh my God!
When she talks, and she's often talking about the other residents who live along the what's it called canal.
Yeah.
Thing. They hear her. And she'll say, "Oh well, he's a narcissist, and his wife's bloody cheating on him." Like,
oh, for fuck's really?
You know, it's you cycle that canal. Well, I wish I did, Alison.
Yeah, can you not drop something maybe on the boat, or just knock on the door and ask for a visit and say hello?
It's sheer bizarreness. But another thing I also found when obviously her and I were friends, if I can advise you, I will. If I can advise, I certainly will. It's probably all in all, it's just absolutely
Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro.
Do you know what? You couldn't make this shit up, could you? You really couldn't make this shit up.
When she started saying, you know, you said you want to tattoo my partner's aubergine. Like,
sorry?
Like, what? No offence, pet. Like, I like milk chocolate. I don't eat white chocolate. Like,
she goes on like a female version of Commando Andrew. Jeez, I think she's famous.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Just absolutely bizarre things. Like a smear campaign, you know. I mean, some of the things she says, of course, when it's against my children, of course, it's incredibly hurtful. But I've had to be able to step back and not personalise it. I know my children more than anybody knows my children. So therefore, what she says about my children should not reflect. But of course, that's easier said than done, isn't it?
Yeah.
When somebody targets your children, and knowing that she physically went out of her way to source and find my daughter, and
that lady's asked Sarah, can she inbox you?
Of course you could. My inbox is always open, guys. If I don't get back to you, I am trying to build up the account stalked on TikTok because I don't want any of this negativity on the Positivity Queen. I just don't have enough followers, so please go and follow me.
Go and follow it, guys, please.
She confuses the victims. Yes, she often confuses me and Laura. So don't FUK some crowns with queens is Laura. And Laura shares an awful lot on my behalf. And now that the account's gone down, obviously Laura's sharing mainly it for me, and I will repost off there.
Brilliant.
She often confuses Laura and I. So she gets that with inside her head that when she's talking about me, she'll like, Laura has Crohn's, for example. She's a big supporter and awareness of Crohn's. So she'll often say, "Oh, with her pink hair and she can't even eat cheese." I bloody love cheese. Yes, I do. I think it's Laura that can't eat cheese. I don't pick up a slab of freaking cheese and just sit on TikTok like, yes.
But usually she'll come at you. You said you couldn't eat cheese. You'll get all confused.
Honestly, she really kind of... And then I think what I found probably most hurtful is when I have disclosed things that happened to me during an abusive marriage, she will go on a live and literally make it up word for word to say that it's happened to her. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, that's my story, but that isn't just me.
That's almost Munchausen's.
She's done it a lot to various victims, 6 that we know of.
That sounds like Munchausen's.
Yeah. There's a lot of...
Oh, she's so unbelievably ruined in the head. It's
bizarre to watch. It's incredibly... I don't have... And that's why, I use the word narcissist only because I don't know what other word to use to describe her. But when you watch her closely, you will see like a smirk.
Yes.
She's gaining... And when she lies, she winks a lot and nods her head.
Yeah, she's got like a nervous twitch when she's doing it.
That, I've been taught this from past victims. That sounds like what Feisty did. I've come across Feisty because I have Feisty's voice notes teaming up with Lucifer to set up the Fact Freak. This is how all this started. Because I sent Fact Freak the voice notes. I don't know if it's a psychologist.
Yes, it is. It is.
I don't. I think, and I do maybe believe her when she says she has been assessed. Nobody's been able to diagnose her, and I don't think.
Listen, right? She's a psychologist. She's a psychologist's dream because of that. Because she is so complex and it uses so many different things that it's almost like a puzzle that we need to put together to find the real truth. Is it making any sense?
You know what she is now by watching her. I mean, if just she'd never met a psychologist and she walked into a psychologist, she's going to lie.
Yes.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, when I have someone with me, right? Mm-hmm. And they are speaking or whatever, by the way they speak, by their mannerisms, you don't give a diagnosis within one day. You see them 3, 4, 5 times, because in every single time that you see them, they portray something different that makes you create a big picture. Right? So I have seen her in different times now, and I can see different things coming through. It's like what I didn't want to speak about the triangle. Right? Because speaking about the triangle with a person like her is very dangerous. Or about a person like her is very dangerous because a lot of the things there are not 100%. Because I actually think that maybe she has something, but I think that a lot of it is put up stuff.
3 of her ex-partners have also lost their lives in... strange circumstances.
That is true.
Wait, what?
She told you.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you know that, Ice?
Yes,
No.
I know it.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot.
Look out, Colin.
So my point is, I know another very, very sadistic, horrible thing she's done to people. So, for example, she has sent adult she did a podcast. So again, I can talk about this. She made a podcast against me that basically said, you're so effing lucky because if this had been 3 years ago, I would have taken pictures of my areas and sent them to your partner. What she means is she had animals in those pictures. These are things that she sends to people. This isn't just narcissism.
No, it's not.
I don't believe, but I've got no.
No, it's not. It's not just narcissistic. No. But the thing is,
it's just the word I use, so I'm certainly not diagnosing her.
When people says the word narcissistic is being used too much for things that are not narcissistic, right? Because you could have narcissistic traits and be an abuser and being aggressive and being whatever. That doesn't mean you are a narcissist, because a proper narcissist has the traits that they have are those. They are so dangerous. I was with a proper narcissist and he used to do all of this to me. Even when we broke up, he used to take my head and put it on pictures of other women, and you know what I mean? Because they are so vindictive. Yes. They are so, so the proper narcissist is her, but people uses the narcissist word just for anyone that is egocentric or they think too much of themselves. So because the word is not used in context, You know, because someone there says that she's a sociopath, but the thing is, there is too many connotations for that. That's where the triangle comes back again, right? Because a lot of narcissists could be sociopaths, but a lot of sociopaths are not narcissists. You know, it's the freaking triangle. But
at the end of the day, no matter which way she's diagnosed or put, she's just dangerous.
Yes, she's really dangerous.
She's dangerous.
Really dangerous. Because yesterday, right, when she was talking, because I have seen videos of her and I have seen, but yesterday I was hearing her talking. And hearing her talking, I could read more the way she is. She doesn't have no empathy, neither sympathy. She doesn't.
Or remorse.
Whatsoever.
None.
She's talking and there is no empathy, no sympathy there, right?
No.
Well, to be a coach, a counselor, a therapist, you have to have empathy.
Yes.
Right? With no empathy, you cannot do nothing. But the way that she was speaking yesterday, she speaks with no empathy, no sympathy, nothing. It's all very like she was an actress and she was doing you know.
But wait, at one point in someone else's life, she did cry.
Excuse me, a lot of people can make up like they are crying.
Oh, in Angie's, but did you not see how quickly those tears also dried up?
Exactly.
When she realised she wasn't getting the reaction from from everybody, they stopped.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But that's typical, you know, that they try, how can I explain this? They try different scenarios until they find the one that works. With us here, she tried to be, well, Sarah's life, she tried to be, you know, imposed or whatever, but she couldn't, so she ran away. Right? In Angie's life, because no one was saying nothing and they gave her the platform, she became the victim and she was speaking like a victim and crying and blah, 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 because that was the persona that she was doing there. But then she went somewhere else and she was a different persona there.
Yeah, she went in for the attack on Queen Bee then.
Yeah, so she is changing personas as she goes, depending on what the people around her is doing. And that is a characteristic of the narcissist, because narcissists, inside the house, they will be one way, and from the door out, they are the most wonderful people you can meet.
It's
and
mad,
then when they
isn't
come
it?
home, they are a bunch of whatevers, right? And because what they do is it's almost like they're chameleons. They change depending on who they have
To
around.
suit their environment, yes.
And that's what she was doing yesterday, because in your life, she was very defensive, very whatever, because you were throwing things at her. It was someone throwing things, and she was.
Yeah, she can't manipulate me. She tried to by, I took the poster down, and everything else. She tried to manipulate me, and I wasn't having it.
But you still were doing very open and closed questions, which a narcissist doesn't like, because
it was a simple yes or no answer.
Exactly, and narcissists don't like that, because that makes that they have to tell the truth. And they can't.
She's running scared now, though, because she threatened Sarah.
She threatened me with legal action this morning. If I carry on doing these
She can
exposures,
threaten me all she wants every day. I'll keep putting it up.
But that's
if I carry on doing these awareness lives, she is going to pursue it for bullying and, funny enough, stalking. I know that was my reaction as well.
But the thing is, we are not stalking her because she's the one that came.
Come on, sweetheart. Bring it on. I ain't stopping. You do not scare me. You cannot overpower me.
You can be invited to a cannibal's dinner. That doesn't mean you have to go.
You don't mean have to have eat. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
You know what I mean? You don't have to go. People can invite you, but if you go, you are saying, yes, I'm okay with this. So she just creates her own freaking narrative. She is throwing that at you because she thinks it's going to scare you.
She has enough confidence in herself, though, to believe she can change your mind.
Well, she won't change mine. I'm very stubborn, very, very stubborn.
Because you told me, didn't you tell me the other day, Queen, that she drinks a lot?
Awful lot, morning till night.
So most of that is a fake facade, then.
She has shares in Prosecco.
That's a sign, right? Just there. If she has to drink, she is not happy how she is.
I was going to say, she's a very unhappy person if she's drinking all day, every day.
I mean,
So
Sarah,
what she's
when I send
putting,
you the voice notes, in there she screams at my friend, I effing love, and she screams all the addictions she has. There's a few.
Oh my good
that's what
God.
I'm saying.
I just want to know who actually are falling. I want to know who are the ones falling for her bullshit and getting taken advantage of. Because
No, but the
we
thing
need
is,
to.
when you have been
I
in a
think
lot
we
of
should
abuse,
try and reach out to them.
Well, actually, you could really help me there because I have another lady who is, and I can say her name now because I've had received messages from her, and I've now got voice notes that implicate her. Lee Stewart, Lea Stewart, is a nurse and has been a registered nurse for 20 years. She is actually being paid by Colin, Big Col, to do these social services fake calls. And again, I'm quite happy to share to clarify if anybody wants to question my own.
This just gets worse and worse and worse.
do you know which hospital does she work in?
The Fact Freak actually exposes her as well.
Wait, Lucy's fella's paying a nurse to do fit what?
Yeah. Go and look at Fact Freaks. Don't let Queen of Positivity have to say everything. Go and look at the thing.
The Fact Freak, I don't believe it's the one I shared. I've shared a 4-part of the Fact Freak. I
will go through everything, then I'll find it.
If you go onto the Fact Freak and then you just search Lucifer's name, you will see about 3 videos he's done, and in one of them it shows the nurse and her registration as a nurse. And
By her registration, I can find where she works.
a deep dive, it's called. She lives in Edinburgh.
Yeah. But all of the nurses are registered under the same website with a registration number because they move between countries, between the UK, between
I
here.
have the voice notes where Lucifer says, and my best friend Leah Stewart is a nurse and has been for 20 years, and she's the one who, and then she goes on to say everything. So
Oh my God!
I'm getting a little bit tired.
And no one has put
silent.
No one has put this. Okay, now because doing fake calls like you are social services. I know for a fact that making up that you are from any government institution.
No, Patricia, what she's doing is as a nurse, because she has that professional background.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is she's making up that she's for social services.
No, she's reporting to social services.
She's calling social services, or she's making up that she's from social services?
No.
She's calling social services.
She's
calling social services as a professional nurse. Which obviously that's got a bit of clout behind it because she's a nurse.
And she'll say things like, Emma's the pink-haired creature off TikTok's grandchildren are being abused. You make false allegations.
Yeah, there we are. Thank you, Charlie.
I know what I mean.
I help you with that because actually I can choose.
My brother's in the house.
I help you with that.
You know how I had that panic attack about the new place?
Yes.
This is my front room now.
What did I tell you? Will you?
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's so nice.
That's so pretty.
I always have your back. I thought you would be fine. Look at you, girl. Go. I am so goddamn proud of you.
Thank you.
It's so pretty.
I'm so bloody proud.
Be proud of yourself. That's gorgeous.
This lady spent so many months hidden in a hotel room under witness protection. And that's why I get upset, especially when it comes to Donna, because I know her personal struggles and trusted me enough to share her horrific experience. And travelled 6 hours to come, basically, when I was at rock bottom because of Lucifer. She travelled bloody 6 hours just to walk to my door.
I love that. That is so special.
Just met on TikTok.
No, you should be proud of yourself, sweetheart. Really proud of yourself.
But you know something? It is wonderful, but there is between people that has gone through the stuff that we have gone through, right? We understand each other into a levels that other people cannot understand.
Yeah.
And we have that bond between us that other people cannot understand because it's one of.
Oh,
what happened there?
What?
But I think that's something Lucifer doesn't have as well. She doesn't have any love. She doesn't have any genuine friends. And I think, that says everything really, doesn't it? when I do a live, how many of my friends jump in just to, if they're in the boxes, if they're in the comments, they're just there to say.
I didn't chuck you out. Well, I didn't touch nothing.
When does Lucifer have anybody genuine? What she has is flying monkeys in the comments, and
Yeah.
I just question. You know, there's people.
Did you do, quick question, Donna, did you do all that yourself? The wallpapering as well?
No, my best friend did that for me, Ange.
But you chose the decorations, the colour scheme. It's lovely. It's so peaceful and cosy.
I've never in 16 years be able to have done anything like this. It was always
What, had it to your taste, how you want?
everything, and I've done it all myself.
I'm so proud of you.
When I broke up with my ex, I changed my house from top to bottom. It was like, no, this is my house now. You know, it's like, no, I'm changing
I've even
everything.
gone out and bought a projector, which you get the TV there, but it covers the whole of that wall.
Why the hell not?
Like chilling, watching Netflix.
So I can come and visit you next.
Stop showing us how posh you are.
I know. I'm loving that. What I love. Did you know what? That's a lovely outcome. You should be so proud of yourself, sweetheart. So proud.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm quite envious, actually. Do you charge to do home revamps?
I'm actually going to put most of this on Emma though, because when I first split up from him and ran, I did actually come across Lucifer, and I was going to ask her questions, and I came across Emma, jumped in Emma's box to ask a question because I was actually going up to the court. And we've just been friends ever since, really. And she's got me from right down here, as well as my best friend, from down here to up here.
But you've done that as well.
Yes. Because
it's a team effort, and you've done that too.
For much that you have the support of other people.
That's amazing, that.
If you don't do it yourself, people can be supporting you, but you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So it's on.
Give yourself
it's
some
on
credit
you as
too.
Well.
Yeah,
You know,
I know I'm
it's-
still a long way off. I've still got obviously to go back up to court and face
but take one day at a time and keep going. You know,
Look what you've achieved. You know, you've got your own decor, and it's stunning. It really is stunning.
But the thing is now, the way you have to see it now, you can be looking at the future without feeling bad, without having to question
I do
anything.
like that wallpaper.
Without
I'm
having
very
to
envious.
question, I'm coming back home and God knows which mood he's going to be in. You know what I mean? Now you can be yourself and move forward.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Hello,
Ghost.
Mr.
How you doing?
Afternoon.
Afternoon, Ghost.
Right, Donna, I've only just caught the last bit of your story. I just want to say you're an absolute warrior. Well done.
You
And,
deserve this, though. Absorb it, babe.
and second of all, we are a UK-based team. We're all over the country. If you need support to go to court, I can reassure myself or my team will come and support you every day.
Oh, thank you. Because I do know, obviously, his fiance is going to be there, and his mom, and yeah, she's.
And they will do as they've said. They are incredible.
Well, drop us a message, and we can
Thank
go
you,
for
Ghost.
something like this. You won't be able.
He is actually on this platform.
Oh, is he? That's good. Send me some details. I love exposing people.
I think because of the topic, you probably could expose him because he has a history too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I found
Have a little
out-
chat with Ghost
Yeah,
then.
have a little chat with Ghost and before anything.
Yeah, I will do, Ghost, because
And if it triggers you, you've then got Patricia as well, who can, you know, she is qualified
Yeah.
to support. So
I like how to say it. She is
I don't mind telling
qualified.
people because it's out
Qualifications
there
and
anywhere.
everything.
But when he got arrested in April last year, I found out he'd been in prison. He changed his name 3 months before he met me for hurting a 14-week-old child to the point where the child had brain damage and brought the child
What the
down.
fuck? Right, send that info on to Ghosts, please, straight away. And
It's all over the paper.
I was going to say, any facts that are out there, hand over.
I've just sent you a follow, so if you follow me back, then we'll. I've just sent you a follow, so if you follow me back, then we'll.
Excellent.
She's just had a call, that's why.
Sorry, hang on. It's because I've just had a phone call.
So as you can see, that's why I support.
What a
Patricia was screen
beautiful
recording.
human.
And why it hurt me so much that Lucifer then tried to support.
She's gonna have to drop and come back.
Just drop and come back, lovely, because of the echo.
It's gone now.
Oh, is it gone now?
I'm going to go and do some work, people. And save some
Yes,
phones.
this is just Donna's story.
Yeah, don't worry about Patricia. Patricia's only here to clout chase. It's all good.
Oh my God!
I offer my help for free here, my dear.
Thank you.
Freaking club. That's Jamie. That is in your comments. Jamie's down there.
This is just
Tell him that.
Donna's story.
You're still clout chasing, Patricia.
Lucifer went for Donna, knowing Donna's past. Donna shared her story on my live when Lucifer was there. Lucifer is fully aware of Donna's situation. Donna was stuck in a hotel, weren't you? Like a,
9 months.
9 months. I will just say a hotel. And you were moved quite often, weren't you, for your own protection? And Lucifer knew this.
Bless your heart.
Lucifer phoned Donna, screaming at Donna, "How dare you support the positivity queen?" Like,
Yeah, because I was part of the WhatsApp group. I'm a bully.
Oh, for God's sake!
Never bullied anyone in my life.
She's unreal. When will she stop? When will she stop?
I don't believe she ever will.
I'm sorry for getting upset, by the way.
You don't need to apologise. You need to hear good things.
There's nothing to apologise for.
So she targets the most vulnerable, and that's why I'm speaking up.
Good for
And this
you.
is the reason why she wouldn't speak to me last night, because you know what, I'm not going to be here to be the wool pulled over my eyes. I see nothing but an absolute wronger and a child abuser, and she raped a child, and that's what it comes down to. And I'll tell her to her face, and I'll put it everywhere. There's no consensual in there. There's no.
Yeah, because Ghost got in my box yesterday. The minute he started asking questions, she ran.
And do you know what? I don't care. Like I said this morning, even if you are 1 minute away from turning 16, you are still not 16.
Yes.
And she's trying to justify her actions. And do you know what makes me laugh? As a parent herself, she makes me frustrated to think that how would she feel if it happened to her child? But then she said that she was going to get them gifts for her son's birthday.
Have you heard what would happen? What she said she'd do to if it happened to her child?
No.
I'll send you the video recording from this morning. And somebody asked her that very question, and her reply was, "Well, I'd sit my child down and ask what the hell was going on in his head, what the hell was wrong with him."
What?
Sarah's said she's happy to share her mobile number with me, so I'm actually going to send you the whatever I say.
Unless you want to send it to Ghost as well. Ghost, are you happy for?
I will send
that's down to you guys to organise.
Yeah, I wouldn't give Sarah your mobile number. She won't leave you alone.
Oh, shut up.
Sarah, I've got one stalker. No more, please.
No, it's because I work for him, so he's just winding me up and trying to get reaction. I shall not rise to your antagonistic comments.
Her and Patricia are the biggest clout chasers on this.
Oh God, here we go. Okay, yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi. Just a really quick one. There's a lady in the chat. Amazing work that you're all doing, by the way. There's a lady in the chat called Nala that's been asking for some help. She was just looking for some support, and I don't know if you guys have got the chat up there, but she doesn't know how to request a box.
Okay, she says,
it says here, I feel lost. Just look now.
Yeah, it says, I feel lost. I'm 42 and can't find my place in this life.
Yeah, I think she's just looking for a bit of support, so thought I'd just jump in. Nala, if you want to just click one of the boxes that say request.
I don't think she's got enough viewers to followers to jump in.
Oh, it's not.
She's only got 60 followers.
How many do you need?
200 for the box.
200 for the box, but 8.
Well, she's got 60 and there's 134 in here. That's all followers.
Can she comment now so we can all go and follow her?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Nala, put another comment in so we can follow you.
Or maybe if she would feel happier inboxing.
Yeah, maybe. Where is she?
There.
Oh God, I've just seen that English and I thought it was our man from yesterday.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you read the comment, Ghost?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who would be the best person. I personally don't feel.
I think either Patricia or Ghost.
Yeah. Maybe somebody could drop her an inbox and then she'd be able to reply to them.
Ghost, have you seen the comment?
That's
I've just followed her.
Yeah, take that away from public because obviously Lucifer will be screen recording this.
Yeah, so yeah, just
I'm gonna mute you, then unmute you. Just so it takes that away.
But guys,
good thinking.
Send it in a private message, sweet, not on where Lucifer can see where you're very vulnerable.
Do you think
Yeah,
she
no,
wants
you're
to
right.
be sitting watching this now?
Yes.
without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
It's where she knows all,
Do you know,
she
I
knows
find
all the
it so
vulnerable
morbidly
bits.
fascinating though. Like, I don't know who that lady was before that was
Hi,
the European lady. I'm not sure who, I can't remember what her name
Patricia.
was. Patricia, yeah. And she was talking about how complex the character is, and it's so obvious that when she's displaying, this act on here, that is literally just the tip of the iceberg. So if you think of what else is underneath that we can't see, if what we can see is as bad as it is, what the hell else is going on? I just find it so fascinating. I really do.
Everybody please follow the dancing bus.
Well, like, he couldn't see herself doing anything wrong when she done it, and 8 years later, she still can't see any wrong. So to me, she's still the same.
Do you genuinely think, though, that she doesn't believe that she's done anything wrong?
She doesn't.
Honestly.
She doesn't. She blames them.
Oh, there's a hell of an echo again.
Echo.
Or is that me?
Think so.
Yeah, she blames the mother of the child. Yeah, she blames the mother of the child, saying, "Have gone looking for an older woman."
We're lagging very badly as well.
That one. I just like whatever I say, I'm able to send you the video of it, so it's backed up. So all I'm stating are facts. Private is my partner, although Lucifer will tell you, well, number one, he either doesn't exist or I don't know. It's a different story every day, but he does exist, and he has just.
What, your partner doesn't exist? She said.
Yeah, she's.
How can you miss him? He's 6 foot tall, like.
He's actually in the chat now, Sarah.
I know the dancing bus driver. He's lush.
I'm trying to say I'm a single mother. She'll say. Oh, she said, "Oh, I don't know." It changes.
So who is that man then that comes around your house, please? Could you explain?
He takes up a lot of space, and he eats a lot. That's about. Yes.
Oh, she's having an affair. It's the milkman.
It's not actually. It's the bus driver. Get it right.
No, okay, the bus driver.
I think there's a lot
Do you
of
not
jealousy
realise
there.
that Emma's a wag?
I am a wag. Yeah.
Emma's a wag.
Yeah, she's a rugby wife and girlfriend.
There's a lot of jealousy around the fact that my partner is good with his hands. I think that's
Oh my
He
god.
handles balls well.
he has big hands. He played for his own country. He's a professional rugby player. Yeah, I think there's a lot of yeah. She even
She wants Maui and she's got Colin the caterpillar.
Well,
There's
I
no
don't
comparison.
want Colin, and I don't want his aubergine, but she'll continually tell you I do. It's very embarrassing. Yeah.
Did you see what Nicholas just said, the little cheeky monkey?
What did she say?
Does everyone get a try?
Oh my days.
And V knows her well. Lucifer messaged V and basically said, that dragon, ugly, fat, frumpy, disgusting thing that thinks it's your girlfriend, you could do so much better. It was very...
Wow.
He has the message, and obviously he sent it to me and he was just laughing. But yeah, she also has a podcast on Spotify, and on there she stated what she would like to do to my partner. I think she's removed.
Don't. That's just made me sick.
I do have a copy of it, because what she tends to do is she'll post something. Nick, you've heard it. She'll post something on a podcast when she's in what I call an arc injury or an arc rage, and then she'll remove it 2 days later. Well, I've already got it screen recorded, so I'm quite happy to show that too, what she would like to do to him. You're waiting.
No worries, bus driver.
to run. I'm going to come off in a minute anyway because the kids will be coming in from school and I don't like the kids to overhear. So
No, they don't know.
Young enough. They're aware of what's going on, unfortunately.
But they don't need to hear it all the time, I agree.
So I'm never rude, but if the kids are around, I don't come on lives to certainly discuss this type of content.
We need to get you back on your positive TikToks, Emma. The ones where we laugh.
Yeah, it's really knocked my confidence. I haven't been able to do lives for about 4 months now. It's just, I think it's when I do lives with you guys, it's completely different. But when I'm just stood on my own doing my normal lives, it used to be so positive, and now I'm so scared to do them because the likes of Donna and lots of other women who are still very vulnerable. I'm still very vulnerable. We talk about our lives, and when I'm being stalked, it's incredibly difficult.
It's almost not safe for you to do it, yeah.
I also want to protect other women, and I just feel the moment they come on my lives and start talking about themselves, she's going to go and try and poach them. So I feel at the moment that I'm a danger to other women. If you're around me, you're going to be singled out. So I'm trying not to have people talk to me and ask for advice because I don't want to see them, basically. So I've stopped doing lives for that reason. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Well, you're welcome to come on one of our accounts and actually do a live on with us, like use our accounts to do a live.
I mean, I have stalked on TikTok, and that's where I'm going to be putting all the stalking journey because I don't want that coming over to my.
No, you need to have a happy one as well. Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't put my kids on anymore. I used to like doing dances with the kids. Like I've removed a lot where my children
It's
are.
your reaction videos. I was looking at some of your partner's stuff. They're hilarious. The pair of you are just so funny. Honest God.
I used to do a lot of duetting with Emma and V, and she's turned the duets off and everything because she doesn't want loose.
No, because she would do it and take the piss, etc. Yeah.
And it's sad because, like I said, she's brought me from down here to up here. Yeah, I've helped myself, don't get me wrong, but with Emma, she's given me the confidence to get out there, and it's like, people were saying to me yesterday, I shouldn't be on TikTok because I'm in protection. Well, I'm sorry, but the guy took enough away from me over 16 years.
Why should he take this away from you?
My social media away as well.
Good for you.
So I will show my face.
I have a child home from school, so I'm going to say once again, thank you so much for helping me raise awareness and speak. Stay
strong and keep fighting the good fight, girl.
Love you lots.
I'm gonna thank you for coming, sweetheart. Brave of you to do it.
Bye for now. Bye.